50 cars enter, but only 3 cars leave in this epic battle for survival. Welcome to the Junkyard Joust, everybody. I'm Aaron Yonda, and we've got an exciting event for you tonight. This is match 1 out of 3. 3 of these teams are going to move on to the finals. Let's have a look at our competitors. Now, here's a team that's ideally suited to the Junkyard Joust, the Devastation Wagons, featuring the 1956 Chevy School Bus, the 1965 Chevy Chevelle, the 1964 Vista, the 1981 Chevy Citation, and the 1976 Oldsmobile Cutlass. Next up is Winnebago Windstorm, starting with, of course, Winnebago. Weighing in at 145 grams, you're not going to want to get in the way of this vehicle. Forklift, Dairy Delivery, the Jordan Dragster, and Grand Prix number 4. Pink Push, with the pink Cadillac, Pink Demon, I Believe in Pink, Pink 500, and Pink Nomad. A lot of pink there. The Gold Rushers, 71 Lamborghini, Sidekick, Rocket Fire, Mysterio, and Subterranean Recovery Crew. The Aqua Turks, Phaeton, T-Bird, Ocean Pacific Delivery, Quick Trick, and Skullface. Emerald Undercurrent, with the Panos GTR, Eye Candy, Salt Shaker, Berserk, and Lamelt. Movie or Lose It. The Interceptor, the Blues Brothers, the Flintstones, Herbie the Love Bug, and the Scoobmobile. The Blue Royals, with the 68 Shelby, Toyota Light Ace with Caravan, Kerplunk, the Govna, and Quick Bite. Now the Crimson Crashers, with the Solaire, Peterbilt Tanker, Ferrari F40, a Fiero, and Mustang Concept Car. And finally, Dead and Gone, with the Hot Rod Hearse, Vampira, Dr. Vamp, Phantom Corsair, and Ghost Rider. So what are the rules for Junkyard Joust? Well, it's pretty simple. Survive. Each car goes down the hill, crashes into the rest of the cars. If you're sideways or upside down at the end of the round, you're out. Each team gets points for each car that they have left at the end of a round. I used to do this as a kid, and the rules are pretty much based on how I used to do it back then. We've randomly determined the turn order, there being a slight advantage to going last and probably a disadvantage to going first. Each of the 10 teams sends down 1 vehicle at a time, and they get to choose what those vehicles are. So the strategy here is choosing which car you should send down at what time. We go until there's 3 cars left. The 3 teams with the most points will advance. We're about ready to get this contest started. Evil Weevil is on the starting platform. Evil Weevil serves as a buffer between the first car and the end of the track so they don't just drive down and smash into the crates. Let's start the Junkyard Joust. First up for the Crimson Crashers, it's the Mustang Concept Car. Slides in nicely behind Evil Weevil. Pink Push starts off with the Pink Demon. Pink Demon's got a big bumper, smashes right into the concept car. Solid hit. Kerplunk is up for the Blue Royals. Now, Kerplunk is a different type of car that we call an undercutter, because it goes under other cars, just like it did under the Pink Demon, sending the Pink Demon flying upside down. Not necessarily the end for the Pink Demon, because it could get uprighted by someone else. The Aqua Turks are going to send out Ocean Pacific. Little fun fact about this vehicle, it's from 1990. Here it goes. Ooh, a huge hit from OP sends the Pink Demon flying, but a great recovery by the Pink Demon, and it's right side up. Unfortunately, we can't say the same thing about the Mustang Concept Car, which comes to a rest upside down. Not much chance of a recovery from that. Now the Gold Rushers are going to send Sidekick down the track. This is a heavy car, so it could definitely do some damage. Ooh, sends the freight box off the back of OP completely and separates it. But OP somehow recovers. There's the freight box over by the Mustang, but there's OP happy as a clam. Phantom Corsair for Dead and Gone. Now this car has a low back and front, which definitely make it deadly as it sends Sidekick flying, but Sidekick, nice recovery. We'll see if that low back end on Phantom Corsair comes into play on this next run. First up for the Emerald Undercurrents is Berserk. Let's get that blade saw started. Berserk sends Phantom Corsair straight off the track. Not seeing any visible damage. Berserk's got to be a little disappointed about that. Grand Prix number 4 is going to be first down the track for Winnebago Windstorm. Now that car is beat up. This is definitely not the first Junkyard Joust Grand Prix number 4 has been. And he collides with Berserk and sends him flying off the track, upside down. Here's a slow motion shot. Now you notice that it's a little bit blurry. We've got a high quality slow motion camera in the mail as we speak, so future episodes of Junkyard Joust are gonna look really glorious. And here's the Devastation wagons with the Vista. Piles onto the Grand Prix and gives a little push. The Blues Brothers are next for Movie or Lose It. Heavy car pushes the Grand Prix upside down, but that's not necessarily the end for Grand Prix. We're all the way back around to the Crimson Crashers, and they're gonna send down the Fiero next. Right into the back of the Blues Brothers, sends Grand Prix off the track. That could be it for Grand Prix. Pink 500, now this car has a little bit of an undercutter, so we could see some action here. Right under the Fiero, knocks it off, but unfortunately for Pink 500, goes completely upside down. That is not what you want. Next up for the Royals, it's Quick Bite. I kind of want some ice cream. Plows into Pink 500, and Pink 500 does not make a recovery, stays upside down, just a lot farther up the track. On the platform for the Turks, it's Phaeton. Got a nice pointy little front end, let's see if anything happens. Oh, Quick Bite goes flying, somehow lands on his wheels, and Phaeton locks it in on the track. The Rushers send out 71 Lamborghini. Plows into Phaeton, sends the Blues Brothers halfway off the track, and that's about all he can get. Payno's GTR. Undercutting can be dangerous, as Payno's evidence is here, flips over completely, though he did manage to send the Lamborghini off the track upside down. Dairy Delivery, now up for Winnebago Windstorm. Big truck plows into Payno's and puts him upside down under Phaeton. Phaeton, nice recovery there, and Dairy Delivery is almost off the track. Dead and Gone is going to send down Ghost Rider. This is a pretty heavy car. Big crash there. I guess Ghost Rider didn't have milk, and Dairy Delivery ends up upside down. Here comes the 76 Oldsmobile Cutlass. Solid hit from the Cutlass sends Ghost Rider off the track. Now up, Herbie. Herbie careens off the back of the Cutlass. Nothing gained, nothing lost there. Here comes the Ferrari F40. Ooh, a hard hit there. It's so hard that it sent the hatchback flying open. And now the pink Nomad. Solid hit from Nomad there, sends that hatchback flying up again. They should probably weld that shut. Next up, the 68 Shelby for the Royals. Sends the Nomad flying up, rolls him over upside down off the track. Just a nice hit from the Shelby there. Aqua Turks, T-Bird. Big hit, nudges everybody forward, but that's about all. Here comes Rocket Fire for the Rushers. Rocket Fire sends Shelby off the track and T-Bird, but Shelby's the one who's upside down here. Hot Rod Hearse for Dead and Gone. Now this is a heavy car, so expect some action. Lot of pushing. Stays on the track. Doesn't look like it changed anybody's position. Now it's Lamelt. Not exactly sure what Lamelt means, but this car is dangerous. Smashes into the back of the hearse. Emerald Undercurrent must have sensed an opportunity here because of Lamelt's low spoiler. Cars are gonna jump off of that and crash. We might just see some serious carnage right here. Up next is Forklift. Let's see if he can get his forks underneath the back of that car. I don't think it's likely. Oh my God, no, he couldn't even get close. He flies all the way into the crates, bashes against the crates, and settles apparently right side up. Another devastation wagon. It's the 65 Chevy Chevelle. I don't think it's going to be causing any devastation here. Nope. Drives right over the top of the hearse. Lands right side up, well played. Next up is the Scoobmobile, a hybrid of the Mystery Machine and the Batmobile. This car's got some undercutting ability. Let's see if it can get under Lamelt. Oh, it does! It goes right under Lamelt and sends him flying. Almost lands upside down, but then slides and lands right side up and saves himself. That was a close one. Crimson Crashers are gonna run Peterbilt, a heavy vehicle. It could do some serious damage right here. Ho ho ho! The Scoobmobile gets completely annihilated, thrown all the way into the crates, upside down, eliminated. Oof. A tough hit from Movie or Lose It, but you don't want to mess with that Peterbilt. Pink Cadillac for the push. Solid hit sends the Cadillac's hood up a little bit. Nowhere to go with that Peterbilt right there. Now for the Royals, the Governor. The Governor bounces off the back of the Cadillac. For the AquaTurks, it's Skullface. This is a long vehicle, and it's bendable in the middle. Skullface plants his face in the back of Governor and holds steady. Next up for the Rushers, it's Subterranean Recovery Crew. Hits the back of Skullface and pushes him up, but not over. Vampira's up for Dead and Gone. Vampira pushes Subterranean off the track. Oh, is Skullface upside down? The AquaTurks really thought they had a chance with that car. That's gotta be disappointing. Next up, Eye Candy for the Emerald Understrike. Eye Candy smacks the back of Vampira, can't quite push Governor off. Now Winnebago Windstorm is gonna send the Jordan Dragster down. This thing has massive undercutter ability, and it does just that. Eye Candy is annihilated. Looks like Governor's on the other side of the track, and he is fine. 56 Chevy school bus for the wagons. This is a big vehicle. Let's see what happens. Knocks Vampira off the track, but Vampira, very low center of gravity, manages to land it. The Interceptor. The Interceptor, of course, from Mad Max, manages to push that dragster a little farther under the Cadillac. Solaire from the Crashers. This car has gone under a lot of other cars, and I bet that's gonna happen again. Yes, it does. The Interceptor is knocked 5 or 6 times in the air. It's eerily similar to that scene in The Road Warrior when the car gets destroyed. And the pink Cadillac is partially off the track. These are heavy cars. What the Solaire just did there is devastating. I believe in pink. I wonder if they named it that just so they could hear people say that every time they talk about the car. Here it goes. I believe in pink. Almost takes out one of its own team members. Luckily, the Cadillac rolls back over. The dragster is sideways. Here's the Toyota Light Ace with Caravan. I guess technically this is legal, so let's see if it helps at all. You can obviously see that this Toyota and its Caravan have been through hell. And they're gonna put some cars through hell right now. Smashing that Solaire forward sends Peterbilt off the edge and does a lot of damage. I think the Royals made a good choice sending that one down after the Solaire. AquaTurks are gonna send out Quick Trick. Slams into the back of the Caravan, pushes, I believe, upright, and Solaire starting to go under the hearse. Now up for the Gold Rushers, it's Mysterio. Kind of a mysterious car. Mysteriously, Mysterio flips upside down after colliding. Not a good turn for him. Dr. Vamp is up for Dead and Gone. Dr. Vamp pops Mysterio up in the air. He lands upright. That was a bit more mysterious. Salt Shaker, another undercutter for the undercurrent. Whoa! Dr. Vamp took flight, and I'm getting word that he landed upright on his wheels. And finally, it's the big one for Winnebago Windstorm. It's Winnebago. Oh, that is a big slam. A lot of action right there. With that hit, I think the Solaire is all the way up to the front now. It's gone through every car that was on that track. Now it's the Chevy Citation, our second to last car of this round. Smacks into the Winnebago. Doesn't do a whole lot. And finally, the Flintstones. I don't exactly understand how this car makes it down the track, but I guess it does, Stone Age or not. Smashes into the back of that Citation. Here's a good look at all the carnage that happened in this round. Any car that's considered right side up survives and goes on to the next round. I wouldn't want to be the official making the call on this one. It's hard to tell whether that one's sideways or not. OP's freight box is definitely out, but OP isn't. The ruling on this is that the vehicle is still right side up. Any accoutrements are immaterial. Alright, the eliminations have been made. Here are the cars that will be leaving. That was round 1, so each car that survived scores 1 point for its team. In round 2, each car that survives is going to score 2 points for its team. Let's take a look at the round 1 results. Well, it looks like Dead and Gone are certainly not dead and gone at all. In fact, they didn't lose a single car, so they're going to get 5 points and take the lead in this event. AquaTurks, the Blue Royals, and Gold Rushers close behind. Emerald, Undercurrent, and Winnebago Windstorm both lost 3 vehicles. It's going to be an uphill climb for them, despite the fact that this event is downhill. Because Dead and Gone has 5 cars left, they are going to start this event. Every team with 4 cars left was randomly assigned a spot up towards the front, and so on and so forth, all the way to the back with the Winnebago Windstorm. Here we go with round 2. Evil Weevil's gonna get in place to act as a buffer, And first up for Dead and Gone, Phantom Corsair. Phantom Corsair. Now wait a minute. Let's take a look at that in slow motion. Look at that little piece of detritus that came out. Looks like somebody lost something off their car on that last round. I don't know what that is exactly, but it just goes to show that when these cars hit each other, there is damage. Up for the Aqua Turks, Ocean Pacific. I wonder what he's delivering. Well, it's going to be a big smack here. Oh, and the back of the truck flies off again, leaving him safe right on the track. That's a pretty good spot to be. Up for the Gold Rushers, it's Rocket Fire. Rockets down the track. Solid hit on the back of Ocean Pacific. Looks like the Blue Royals have chosen to send out their undercutter, Kerplunk. Let's see if he can do any damage. He's not able to get either of those cars off the track, but that is a pretty precarious position. Let's see if the Ferrari F40 can cause some trouble. Got a bad feeling. Yep, that's the end for Ocean Pacific. And for Rocket Fire, unless by some miracle they get pushed back over again. Oldsmobile Cutlass plows into the back of Ferrari, pushes some stuff around. Pink Demon with the bumper made for smashing. Pushes Ferrari partially off the track. Herbie's back for round 2. Pushes Phantom Corsair partially off the track. We got a couple cars ready to go. Late Melt knocks Herbie upside down. Well, it is Herbie. I think he's doing that on purpose. It worked so well the first time, why not do it again? Windstorm send Forklift. Forklift flies! Same spot as last time. How is that even possible? Let's see that again in super slow-mo. Hits the back of Lamelt, flies up to the crates, lands right side up. I've never seen anything like it. Then Herbie slides off the track upside down. Unbelievable. Vampira does not go off the back of a melt. Clamps the front of the car right on the bumper and is not going anywhere. Quick Trick smacks Vampira so hard that Vampira goes off Lamelt finally and falls sideways. A tragic result for Vampira there. Sidekick gives Quick Trick a kick trip. And look at this, the forklift has settled in nicely at the front there, pretty much untouchable. It's the Toyota. This is not going to be good for the cars that are still on the track. Oh, a huge smash there. Sidekick knocked upside down, as well as several other cars. That was devastating. Fiero knocks the Pink Demon. Oh, it almost looked like the Toyota was going to go, but it didn't quite go over. Still could happen, though, with the Citation here. The Citation pushes it more back on the track. That was actually good for the Toyota. I believe bounces off the back of the Citation and goes upside down. I'm not sure I believe in Pink right now. We didn't get to see much of the Flintstones last time. Let's see what they can do. Whacks Pink off and slots into the track rather nicely. Now it's Salt Shaker. Salt Shaker piles into the back of the Flintstones and stays right there. Oh, it's Winnebago time already. Ooh, what a hit! Flintstones go flying, land upright. Fiero upside down. Salt Shaker survives. Let's see it again in super slow-mo. Look at those cars fly. Oh, absolute devastation. That is such a heavy vehicle. It is just sheer joy to watch this vehicle in action. Now Ghost Rider's just going to fly right into the back of that Winnebago. Salt Shaker survives yet another assault. Salt Shaker just won't be shook. T-Bird for the Aqua Turks. Solid slap for T-Bird pushes Winnebago up on the back of Lamelt. That could be dangerous. Let's see if Mysterio can do anything here. Mysterio knocks T-Bird off the track. Time for a quick bite. Quick bite knocks Mysterio off, finishes T-Bird off potentially. The Crashers are sending Solaire down the hill. This could be bad. Man, that's a fast car. I don't even know if he went under Quick Bite as much as he just smashed into him and sent him flying. And Winnebago's currently pushing Kerplunk around. This could be bad for him. The Chevelle playing it safe, almost pushes Solaire under Ghost Rider, but doesn't inflict any real damage. Here comes the Pink Caddy. Does some more pushing. It looks like that will finish Kerplunk off. Solid hit on the Pink Cadillac by the Blues Brothers. Dr. Vamp is up next. Dr. Vamp sends the Blues Brothers upside down on top of the Cadillac, and the Blues Brothers end up a fried chicken on the freeway of love. Phaeton flips Dr. Vamp over, sends him upside down. I believe we've got a shot of that. Yep, there it is. Dr. Vamp is out. Subterranean Recovery Crew gives Phaeton a little bounce, pushes him off the track. He's safe now. Govna gives Recovery Crew a light tap. The Blues Brothers still stuck on top of the Cadillac. Let's see if the hearse can help out. No, hearse knocks Governor upside down. That is a hard car to get to go upside down. That is an impressive hit. After cleanup, here are your remaining cars. Because it's round 2, each team is going to get 2 points for each surviving car. Now, perhaps you're wondering, how do these cars get off the track and back into line so they can go back down the hill again? Well, here's your answer. Every junkyard's got to have a crane. Ghost Rider, the first survivor to get picked up, moved across the field. And now he can drive off and get back in line, go down the hill again. Let's take a look at the scores after round 2. Dead and Gone still in that top spot. The Gold Rushers secure second place. There's a 3-way tie for third place. And Move It or Lose It slides down to last place despite all of their star power. The cars are in their randomly determined positions for round 3. Dead and Gone up front, of course. And there are 3 teams with only 1 car remaining. There's a good chance we're going to lose somebody in this next round. Hot Rod Hearse is up first. Not sure what happened there. Did he put on the brakes? It looks like they're going to have him run it again. It's possible that the car sustained some damage in the previous round. Something is definitely wrong with that car. Subterranean tries to get under him, can't really do anything. Pushes him a little bit more down the track, but that car's too heavy. Here comes Ferrari a little bit more down the track. They're struggling to move that hearse down the track. Evil Weevil's not even up to the front yet. Let's see what Lamelt can do. Lamelt smacks the Ferrari. They should really weld that shut. Now the Chevelle's got to deal with that spoiler, and he does. He just drives right over it, drives over 2 other cars, and sits on the edge of the track. Pink Demon just smacks into the back of that spoiler and avoids Lamelt's trap. That was a good move. Pink Demon's teammates got to be happy with that. Forklift jams his forks into the back of the Pink Demon, pushes Ferrari off the track. Phaeton pops the forklift off the track. Forklift is sideways. I think forklift might be forked. Here comes the Toyota. Big momentum there, carries him all the way over the top of Lamelt. There's now 2 more cars to add to the potential list of eliminations here. Flintstones. And it looks like the recovery crew is unrecoverable. Phantom nudges the Toyota a little bit farther off the track. Mysterio bounces off the back of the Corsair. Here comes the Solaire. Oh, Mysterio bounces about 6 times, lands upside down on the back of the field. That was devastating. Corsair managed to survive it, but that's it for Mysterio. And that might be it for the Gold Rushers, with both their cars upside down right now. And I think Vista for the Devastation Wagons is actually their last hope for this match. Oh, wow. The Toyota almost flips sideways. That would have been it for the Blue Royals. And Lamelt, looks like Lamelt is off the track. Ooh, the Pink Caddy is so heavy, it forces Solaire underneath the hearse. The hearse is coming off the track and possibly coming undone. Oh, no. It's the Winnebago. This is going to be bad. Yep, there goes the hearse. And it looks like, oh, Salt Shaker makes a recovery. That was a close one. Here comes Ghost Rider. Smacks the back of Winnebago. Nothing happening there except the hood of the Vista coming open. And here are your survivors for round 3. Taking a closer look at that hearse, it looks like the back axle is completely broken off. No wonder that car couldn't move. You gotta wonder if this hit from Peterbilt back in round 1 didn't have something to do with this ultimately happening. I think this car has seen its final junkyard joust. They're gonna need a hearse for the hearse. Well, despite the elimination of that car, Dead and Gone still have a solid lead. Crimson and Pink move up into a tie for second place. Emerald Undercurrent providing a serious undercurrent here as they've moved up from the bottom all the way to 4th place. And the Gold Rushers are first elimination in the match. There's 5 teams with just 1 car left. The order has been determined. Let's do it. Pink Demon starting us off. I'll be curious to see what car the Undercurrent sends down first. If it's Lamelt, that could be a huge problem for some of the cars following, especially those bigger ones. And yep, they went with Lamelt. This is going to get real interesting, folks. Lamelt is right up towards the front, has that spoiler low to the ground. Let's see if the Corsair can handle it. Corsair slides up on top of Lamelt. That's not bad, but it's precarious. Let's see if Phaeton can manage it. Phaeton pushes Corsair off. Corsair is done. Our current leaders, Dead and Gone, are in serious trouble here. They just have 1 car left. Oh, and this could be bad. The path is clear to the back of Lamelt. Oh, that's bad. Yep, that's the end. That is it for the Toyota. Look at that. that air. Flies up on that stupid trunk from the Ferrari. Seriously, just get a latch for it, but I think the Toyota would have gone over anyway. I don't know if that was responsible. Let's see how Vista handles Lamelt. Whoa, where'd he go? Vista is just tossed right off the back of Lamelt into the crates, bounces off the track, upside down. That is it for the devastation wagons. Now take a look at this. Lamelt is stuck in the back of that Ferrari, which makes his spoiler even lower to the ground and more devastating than ever. Let's see how the Flintstones deals with it. Leaps off the back and lands on the Ferrari and just sits there. Looks comfy. Now we're going to find out if the same fate awaits Winnebago that happened to Toyota. Oh yeah, that was that. Winnebago flies up into the Flintstones, pushes all the cars around, and then falls over, unrecoverable. Winnebago Windstorm is certainly eliminated from the match. They gave it their all, but there was just nothing they could do about the back of Lamelt. Lamelt is absolutely terrorizing his opponents right now. You got to assume that a similar fate awaits Pink Cadillac here. Oh, and the Cadillac doesn't go off the back of Lamelt. I think it was that place for the license plate on the bumper that was just low enough to save the caddy from certain doom. But now doom is coming from behind in the form of Solaire. Oh, that's got to be it for the caddy. Flies up, flips over, and wait a minute, lands right side up. That is insane. The Pink Cadillac has survived 2 devastating threats this round. Salt Shaker will be our second to last car of the round. Taps Solaire and pushes Lamelt up. Could Lamelt be in danger right now? Ghost Rider is the final car of the round. Let's see if he can do anything. And Lamelt is safe. The Flintstones flip over and are eliminated. Movie or Lose It is out. And they're not the only ones looking at the scoreboard. Winnebago Windstorm is out, the Blue Royals are out, and the Devastation Wagons. Dead and Gone is now tied for first after Pink pushes incredible performance in that round. Emerald Undercurrent moves up to third, and Crimson drops to fourth. It's a tight match. It's anybody's game at this point as we head into round 5, which could very well be the final round because there's only 7 cars left. If 4 or more cars get eliminated, that's the end of this event. And to the surprise of no one, Undercurrent's gonna send down Lamelt. Lamelt manhandles Evil Weevil. That was totally uncalled for. I think Lamelt was just showing off on that one. Pink is sending down the Demon. Now I would have thought they would send down the Cadillac because they know how the Cadillac performs with Lamelt, but the Demon's done pretty well here, and maybe it was because they knew that the Aqua Turk had no choice but to send down Phaeton. Phaeton gets right under the Pink Demon, sends him tumbling upside down, but then Phaeton turns upside down as well. 2 casualties already, and now Solaire takes on Lamelt. Solaire hurls Lamelt up in the air, flops him down upside down, and the impact was so great that it sends Solaire back down the track again. And then he slowly makes his way back and just taps him a little bit, just to say, yeah, gotcha. Wow. Dead and Gone's final hope. They gotta keep Ghost Rider in to stay in the game here. Ghost Rider slams into Solaire, doesn't do a whole lot. Let's see if Salt Shaker can do anything here. And Ghost Rider's lifted up and off the track, upside down and out of this match. Devastating blow from Salt Shaker. There's only 2 cars left right now, so Pink Cadillac doesn't really need to do anything here except just drive down. Knock Salt Shaker off the edge. Salt Shaker's fine, and it looks like we've got our final 3 cars. The question is now, with Dead and Gone having no cars left and not getting any points this round, what are the final tallies gonna look like? And there they are. Because this is round 5, each remaining car gets 5 points. Pink push. First place was 26 points. The Emerald Undercurrent second with 25. Emerald Undercurrent started this match in 9th place. And the Crimson Crashers take 3rd place by 1 point over Dead and Gone. Dead and Gone, the tragic story of this match. And there's your winners. These 3 teams will be in the finals. We've got 2 more matches before then. And even Dead and Gone still have a chance to make it into the finals if their score of 21 points is the highest out of all the 4th place finishers. Thanks for watching the Junkyard Joust, everybody. I've been your announcer, Aaron Yonda. I hope you had a good time. Hope to see you for the next one. Thanks to everyone who helped make this possible. I really appreciate your help, and I couldn't have done it without you. If you'd like to see these a little bit earlier, go subscribe to the Game Society Pimps channel. I'm uploading them a little bit earlier over there. Good night. 10 teams and 50 cars compete for survival, but only 3 teams advance to the finals. Welcome to the Junkyard Joust, everybody. I'm Aaron Yonda. We've got an intense matchup for you tonight. 10 new teams are facing off. If you tuned in last time, you saw just how difficult it is to survive the Junkyard Joust. I can't wait to see what these teams have up their sleeve to make it to the top of the heap. Let's take a look at our competitors. First up, it's Graveyard Smash with Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, Creature from the Black Lagoon. Notice the ramped back of that car. That's going to come into play a lot this match, I think. The Wolfman, and the Mummy. Now here's a team you don't want to mess with. The Punishers. Punisher Oil Tanker, the Punisher Van, Punisher Willie? Is that a Punisher? And Lead Slinger. Electrical Storm with the Urban Outlaw, the Mercedes CLKLM, 66 Bonneville, the 69 Dodge Charger, and the 62 Corvette. This team looks ready to fight. It's the War Pigs, featuring Fast Fortress, Invader, Rocket Oil Special, the 1940 Ford, and the 1970 Chevelle. Next up, it's Bond. Team Bond, featuring the Lotus Esprit, the Aston Martin DBS, the 64 Continental, the Aston Martin, and the 71 Ford Mustang. Ketchup and Mustard with the Fire Crew, the Greased Gremlin, D-Type Jaguar, the Carbonator, and Skyboat. Set your traps for the Ratters with the Rat King, Ratified, Rat Bomb, Black Rat, and Gray Rat. Violet Velocity with the Silhouette 2, High Raker, Aristo Rat, Pop Cycle, and GT Racer. Sunrunners featuring Fram, 59 Cadillac, Wild Thing, 76 Greenwood Corvette, and weighing in at 92 grams, the Limo. The Speed Demons featuring Cargoyle, Yellow Double Demon, White Rat, Fangster, and the Green Double Demon. If you'd like to sponsor a car or a team, or get previews of the next episode, or even just see pictures of new cars that I got, I created a Patreon to fund more episodes of the show. There's a link in the description. The rules for Junkyard Joust are simple: survive. Each team takes turns sending a car down the track. The teams get to choose which car they send down, and that's where the strategy comes in. If you're sideways or upside down at the end of the round, you're out. Each team gets points for each car that they have left at the end of a round. I used to do this as a kid, and the rules are pretty much based on how I used to do it back then. Here's the running order for round 1. If you want to have a little fun, leave your prediction for who you think is going to win this match in the comments. And if you're right, I will heart your comment. Evil Weevil, our track buffer, weighs 41 grams. He's going to get in position, and we're going to get this party started. First up for Ketchup and Mustard, it's Skyboat. Skyboat plows into position. I don't know what that thing is on the side of his vehicle, but probably adds stability or something. Here's the Mummy for Graveyard Smash, a team of monster vehicles. Mummy slams into position. The curved back of that car could be a factor. It's tough to say. The 66 Bonneville from Electrical Storm will just have to find out. The Bonneville forces its way onto the edge of the track. Doesn't quite go off the back of that. Bond, Team Bond, is going to send the Aston Martin DBS. This is a Daniel Craig era Bond car. Smacks the Bonneville off the track. Bonneville's doing just fine over there. Lead Slinger is up for the Punishers. He pops the Aston Martin off the track upside down. Looks like the sky may have fallen for that Aston Martin. War Pigs, 70 Chevelle. Slaps the Lead Slinger around, but the Lead Slinger manages to come up on his feet. That was an acrobatic move, and as long as he stays in that position, he'll be ready for the next round. Ratified for the Ratters. Ratified knocks the Chevelle upside down off the track. That was a nice hit. Ratified putting that heavy front bumper to good use. Cargoyle for the Speed Demons. Cargoyle knocks Ratified off the track. Ratified's looking pretty right there. High Raker for Violet Velocity. Now this car's got a nice low front bumper, and the back of the car is kind of ramped. Ooh, he sends Cargoyle right off the track. I don't think the sloped back of his car is going to come into play. He's a little too far off the track. Fram for the Sunrunners. Fram annihilates High Raker. Sends him flying up to the front, and it doesn't look good for High Raker. Nope, High Raker is sideways. There's a chance he could recover from that. And we're back around the order to Ketchup and Mustard, who are going to send the D-Type Jaguar down. Oh boy, that is not good. The Jaguar actually pops his own teammate Skyboat off the track and sideways. He may have just eliminated his own man. There was a lot of pre-match buzz about Creature from the Black Lagoon from the Graveyard Smash. A lot of people wondering exactly what's going to happen with the ramp of this car. The Creature forces Fram off the track, and now he's in position. You can see from this above shot, that bumper is really low. It's going to be pretty tough for anybody to get under that. And if they don't go under, they're going to go over. Maybe a Dukes of Hazzard style jump going on. Speak of the devil, it's the 69 Dodge Charger for Electrical Storm. Let's see what happens. Oh, look at that car go. If those crates hadn't been there, I think that car would have made it all the way across the county line. Straight up in the air, smashes into the crates, right side up. Good luck for Electrical Storm. And now the 71 Ford Mustang for Bond. Let's see if it can pull off the same feat. No, it can't. Flies up, smashes into the crates, and lands upside down. I guess diamonds are not forever. Punisher Willie is up for the Punishers. I don't remember this Punisher from any of the Punisher lore. I think it might have something to do with the fact that Disney owns Marvel? Willie catapults off the back of the Creature. There might not be any recovery from that. At this point, you gotta start wondering, can anyone take on the Creature? Let's see what the 40 Ford from Warpigs can do here. He floats off the back of the Creature, drives straight into oblivion upside down. That's two cars that are potentially gone for them right now. Looks like they're not winning the war. The Ratters elect to send down their heaviest car, Rat Bomb. He's got a nice low bumper. Maybe he can do something. No! Flies off the back just like everybody else. It wasn't quite low enough. And Ratter bounces and bounces again. And bounces again. Looks like he might land upright. And yes, he does. Green Double Demon is up next. Let's see if he can survive the lagoon. And with a little hop, he does. Violet Velocity is hoping they've got the car that can stop Creature from the Black Lagoon. This thing has a low front. And Aristorat has done it! He slides right under the tail of the car. Unfortunately, the rest of Aristorat's car stopped him from completing the action, and he can't get the car off the track, which leaves him in a pretty vulnerable position, especially since the limo is up next for the Sunrunners. This thing is heavy, 96 grams. Let's see if he can finish what the Aristorat started. And he destroys Aristorat, sends him flying upside down over in the tires. The Creature is still on the track, but at least that back end is off the track. That is a big step in the right direction. But Violet Velocity's got to be a little bit frustrated with that. They did all the work of getting the Creature off the track. They lost one of their best cars. Greased Gremlin for Ketchup and Mustard. The Gremlin plows underneath the limo, sends it up in the air. That's a precarious position for the limo. An impressive hit from the Gremlin. Frankenstein is up for the smash. Solid hit for the Stein. A lot happened when it did that. The limo is off the track. Fram is back in action. And Lagoon is looking pretty safe. 62 Corvette. Smacks the back of Frankenstein. Pushes the limo up a little bit. That's about it. And the classic Aston Martin. Roughs the Corvette up a little bit and stays on the track. Here comes the Punisher. Punishes the back of the Aston Martin a little bit, starts to push him underneath that Corvette. Rocket Oil Special for the Warpigs. Flips the Punisher over several times. The Corvette is upside down. The Punisher bounces, just sits on top of the limo for a second, and then lands, oh, just barely upside down over on the right side. And now it's the Rat King. Maybe this explains why there's so many rats in the competition today, on the Ratters and other teams. The Rat King flips Rocket Oil Special upside down and just leaves him right in the same place where he was. And the Rat King retreats to safety, I guess, leaving Rocket Oil and the Aston Martin upside down. Appropriately enough, the Speed Demons are going to send down the White Rat to try to take out the Rat King. They just succeed in pushing him a little farther forward. The GT Racer, this is a heavy car with a little bit of a splitter on the front. Might be able to get some action. Nope, not able to get underneath the White Rat, but pushes him underneath the Rat King a little bit. 59 Cadillac for the Runners. Caddy does a lot of pushing, pushes the GT Racer off the track and the Rat King. Fire Crew's up. This car has some serious undercutting power. Goes right under the Cadillac, pushes him off. And amazingly, Rocket Oil Special is back right side up again. The Wolfman is up next for the Graveyard Smash. This is a heavy vehicle. It could do some serious damage. smacks into Fire Crew, pushes him under a bunch more cars. Not a whole lot going on there, except for the Rat King is sideways. Urban Outlaw. Urban Outlaw pushes the GT off the track, gives the Wolfman a little nudge. The 64 Continental, originally in Goldfinger, slides discreetly underneath Urban Outlaw and smacks into the back of the Wolfman. The Punisher van. It's a heavy vehicle and that front grille can do some damage. Big hit in the back of the Continental. I can't believe that car's still there. And Frankenstein has been turned upside down. Fast Fortress for the War Pigs. I guess if you were ever wondering what an airplane would look like as a car, well, now you know the answer. Dips briefly underneath the Punisher van, but then pops back out again. Black Rat for the Ratters. Sticks to the back of that Fast Fortress. Fangster for the Speed Demons. Fangster noses his way underneath Black Rat, doesn't quite manage to push him over, and now Pop Cycle, a car with a bicycle. Oh, Fangster goes flying! Pop Cycle punches him upside down and also turns Black Rat upside down. That was a great run by Pop Cycle. Wild Thing for the Sunrunners. Wild Thing slots in nicely behind Fortress. That was more polite than wild. The Carbonator for Ketchup and Mustard. Plunks into Wild Thing and stays on the track. We're up to our last 10 cars. Each team has one car left. And for Graveyard Smash, it's Bride of Frankenstein. Bride of Frankenstein explodes the Carbonator. I guess that's what happens when you have a giant bottle of carbonated soda for a vehicle. Now up, it's the Mercedes CLKLM, or as I like to say, the Mercedes Clicklane. The Mercedes clicks into the back of Bride of Frankenstein, but she's not going anywhere. And the Mercedes is now in a precarious position. Let's see if the Lotus can take advantage of it. He's able to slide underneath the Mercedes, but the Bride of Frankenstein still ain't budging. Maybe the Punisher oil tanker can cause something to happen here. Oh yeah, Bride of Frankenstein straight upside down on the ground, and the Mercedes is out as well. That was devastating. The Invader smacks the back of the Punisher oil rig. Doesn't do any damage, but slides right off the track and into safety. That was a good run. It's the Gray Rat for the Ratters. Gray Rat scurries underneath the Punisher oil rig and hides right there. It's a great place for a rat to be. Now for the Speed Demons, it's Yellow Double Demon. Yellow Double Demon slides on top of Wild Thing. The Silhouette 2. The Silhouette's got a little bit of an undercutter situation here. This could be helpful. Oh, it is. Wild Thing is done. And Yellow Double Demon manages to recover nicely from that. The Greenwood Corvette. Greenwood Corvette smacks Silhouette 2. Silhouette 2 makes a great recovery, and that is going to end round 1. Gotta say, I'm glad I'm not the officials on this one. There are some close calls to make as to whether some of these cars are sideways. Round 1 Aftermath, 20 eliminations. Ketchup and Mustard and Bond, Team Bond, were hit pretty hard with 3 losses apiece. On the flip side of that, the Speed Demons and the Sunrunners did great with only 1 lost car apiece. That puts both of them in first place early on, with Electrical Storm, Graveyard Smash, the Punishers, Ratters, Violet Velocity, and Warpigs all in a tie for third. We've got 30 cars left. The Sunrunners are going to start us off, and there is the rest of the randomized running order. Here we go with round 2. 48-gram Fram is up for the Sunrunners. He gets a little bouncy with Evil Weevil and lands about in the middle of the track. Gargoyle for the Speed Demons. Gargoyle almost goes off the track, smashing into the heavy Fram, but manages to put it back on again. The Punisher van is here to avenge his fallen Punishers. He sends Gargoyle hurling off the track, but Gargoyle lands neatly right side up in a pretty safe position. Silhouette 2 for the Velocity. Ooh, Silhouette goes right under the Punisher van. The Punisher very adeptly lands right side up. That could have been bad. Bonneville for the Storm. Bonneville smacks Silhouette, and Silhouette can't maintain the balance. That's gonna be a casualty, I think. Oh, here it is. Creature from the Black Lagoon. Now things are gonna get a little wild. Creature from the Black Lagoon smacks the Bonneville and sets up for disaster. Here we go, folks. Fast Fortress is the first one who's gonna have to deal with this. Fast Fortress! Oh, tragically right upside down. Perfectly awful. Gray Rat for the Ratters. Gray Rat hits the ramp, smacks into the crates, and upside down. Will it stay like that? Probably. Now it's the fire crew. The fire crew, if I'm not mistaken, might be able to get underneath the back of the creature from the Black Lagoon, and almost does, but can't quite finish the job. 64 Continental might be able to push him under, but doesn't. Sends the fire crew off the back of the creature, and he's done. That's another car that could have potentially gotten underneath that creature, who's now probably out of the running. 76 Greenwood Corvette. Ooh, that's a low front. And knocks the Continental flying. Continental, great jump, lands right side up. Now let's see if that Greenwood Corvette can get underneath. Yellow Double Demon hits the Corvette hard. The Corvette is almost forced off the track, cannot get under the creature. Let's see what the Lead Slinger can do here. Lead Slinger knocks Greenwood Corvette upside down. Another car that was trying to get underneath the creature, now probably eliminated. I don't know that there's much hope left to getting rid of the creature. Pop Cycle's up next. Pop Cycle pops Yellow Double Demon up on top of Fram. The 69 Dodge Charger is up. Sends Lead Slinger off the back of the creature. Lead Slinger flips around, manages to land upright. Now Pop Cycle is perched on the back there. Not a good place to be. The Mummy. The Mummy is a heavy car, sends the Dodge Charger upside down off the track. Now the question is, with the Mummy in position right behind Creature, does Creature from the Black Lagoon start ending its own teammates? Invader smacks the Mummy up on top. Pop Cycle goes flying and lands, just barely lands upside down. Here comes Ratified. Ratified with that heavy front end sends Invader packing. Greased Gremlin for ketchup and mustard. Greased Gremlin sends Ratified up the back of the creature. The Lotus for Bond. Lotus sends Greased Gremlin, straight into the abyss. That's a rough end, but now the Lotus probably faces its own end on the back of creature. Here comes the Cadillac. Cadillac does indeed smack that Lotus. Look at it spin. It's like ballet. Amazing. Several times in the air. That is just beautiful. Too bad it's the end for the Lotus. White Rat can't get anything going. Spins and bounces off the back of the Cadillac. Creature's starting to get covered up with vehicles now. Uh-oh, here comes the Punisher oil tanker. Punisher drives right over the back of Creature. Basically just thinks Creature is an extension of the road. It's like a little hill in the road, and the Punisher's just gonna drive right over it. GT Racer. GT Racer goes underneath the oil rig. 62 Corvette. Can't really get anything going. Pushes Punisher a little farther. Wolfman for Graveyard Smash. A powerful hit from the Wolfman sends the Punisher oil rig sideways. Tough break for the Punishers. The creature really is just starting to look like an extension of the road as the cars are just starting to create their own path over the top of him. Rocket Oil Special. Rocket Oil Special pushes the Wolfman forward a little bit. Not much else going on there. Rat Bomb. Rat Bomb collides with Rocket Oil, sends him flying up in the air. Another pirouette. Amazing twist. And a perfect dismount. And that's going to keep the War Pigs' hopes alive, as they've probably already lost 2 this round. The limo's up for the Sunrunners, who are all orange, if in case you hadn't noticed. Although, I'm wondering if they just painted the limo orange so he would match. Limo heads down the track, sends Rat Bomb off the track, pushes Wolfman off Creature. Rat Bomb lands probably upside down. There are a lot of casualties out there right now. This is insane. Green Double Demon goes down. Can't go anywhere. There's a heavy limo in front of him. And that is going to end round 2. Look at the devastation. So many cars eliminated. 14, in fact, which is almost half. Folks, it's only round 2, and we've already had 2 teams get eliminated. Ketchup and Mustard are completely out. Graveyard Smash is doing pretty good with 3 cars left right now. The Ratters were eliminated. The Ratters lost 3 cars in that round and are out of this match. The Speed Demons didn't lose a single car in that round. They're going to get 2 points for each car remaining, so that's 8. Takes them up to 12 with a pretty solid lead, followed by Graveyard Smash and the Sunrunners in 3rd place. Here's your randomized running order for round 3. Don't forget, the teams with the most remaining cars always start off in the front. Cargo oil takes its place. Oh, a little bit off the track there. That actually could be a factor. Oh, and here comes the creature. Of course. They're sending down the creature first. Cargo oil goes flying all over the place, but manages to land upright with that low center of gravity. Fram flies off the back of the creature and can't quite keep it together. Oof, almost had it, but then slides down onto the roof of the truck. That's a tough one for the Sunrunners. Lead Slinger's up next for the Punishers. Lead Slinger, just another casualty of creature from the Black Lagoon. This is carnage. 66 Bonneville. Oh, the Bonneville hits the crates. Slides upside down right next to Fram. Forklift has got to be watching this and thinking, you guys got to learn how to do this. This is what you do. You go up, you hit those crates, and you land upright, fellas. It's not that hard. GT. The GT flies off and does exactly what Forklift just said not to do. Completely upside down. There's a little row of casualties up there. This is rough. Rocket Oil special for the War Pigs. Can Rocket Oil get under? No, he can't. He jumps, hits the crates, and can't recover. Doesn't quite manage to get turned over, and another casualty. Incredible. The Continental, finally, somebody takes Forklift's advice. Continental does a nice little leap right up into the front and lands safely. The White Rat tries to do the same thing. Can't stay up there, but it ends up working out, and White Rat remains upright. The Mummy. Ooh, the Mummy goes off the back of its own teammate and slots in nicely. Just kind of settles in and doesn't go anywhere. Oh no, the limo! The limo just smashes into those crates. You can see the crates visibly move because of the heaviness of that car. Somehow comes back and lands right side up. That is a very precarious situation. The Punisher van has an opportunity here and takes it. Unfortunately, both cars are probably out. The limo turns right over from the hit from the Punisher van, and the Punisher van can't quite make the recovery. They're both eliminated, I'm thinking. 62 Corvette flies off the back. Nowhere to go but upside down. And Graveyard Smash has just got to be cackling evilly to themselves right now. Look at the mess they've created. So many cars eliminated. Yellow Double Demon's got a chance of surviving this, I think. Let's see what happens. And yep, Yellow Double Demon bounces off, hits those crates, and manages to recover nicely. That was well done, and that's going to give them a big help in surviving here. The Wolfman. Now, this is a low front bumper. What's going to happen? Wolfman collides with its own teammate and just kind of pops off the track. It's almost like they meant to do it that way. It's almost like they knew. Green Double Demon flies off the back, lands nicely. And it's already the end of round 3. 8 cars out of 16 were eliminated in that round. Electrical Storm is out. The Punishers are out. Bond holds on with that one car. Sunrunners, Violet Velocity, and War Pigs lost all their cars on the back of the creature. The Speed Demons didn't lose a single car. They're going to get 3 points for each of those 4 remaining cars, and that is going to double their score up to 24. Graveyard Smash's 3 remaining cars, gives them 9 points and doubles their score to 18. The Sunrunners, even though they have no cars left, are still in 3rd place with 8 points, which creates a really interesting situation for Bond Team Bond. If the Continental survives this round, they're going to get enough points to put them in 3rd place, which will secure them a spot in the finals. If the Continental is eliminated, they won't get any points, and the Sunrunners will take 3rd place. So even though the Sunrunners don't have any cars left in this match, they can still advance to the finals. And if you're Bond Team Bond right now, you're probably wishing you didn't have to go 3rd in the running order, because I think we know which car Graveyard Smash is going to send down first. Green Double Demon's going to be the first one for the Speed Demons. There's a couple scenarios here that could work out for Graveyard Smash. If they manage to take out enough of the Speed Demons, they could actually place first, but they'd have to take out most of the team. Creature from the Black Lagoon is in position to do potentially just that. This is the big moment right here that will decide Bond Team Bond's fate. The 64 Continental has to survive, and it doesn't! It hits the crates, and it flips upside down! Tried to do what it did last turn, but it didn't work out. Upside down and very, very likely out of the match. Bond Team Bond have probably just lost this match. Gargoyle flies off the back of Creature, tries to go over and actually right the Continental, but can't do anything. I don't know what they're up to trying to get that Continental back up again. Wolfman hits its own teammate and pops off the track again, this time on the other side. It's amazing how well the Graveyard Smash cars all work together. They've got some great teamwork going on there. Yellow Double Demon piles into the Wolfman. The Wolfman's fine. Look at the Yellow Double Demon. That is amazing. Just does a little flip, kind of showing off almost. The Mummy's going down, gonna hit the back of its own teammate. And it doesn't matter. The Mummy just flops right over and lands right side up next to the Wolfman. You know, Graveyard Smash has a great thing going right here. It's amazing that the Speed Demons have not been more damaged by them. They keep foiling Graveyard Smash's plans. However, White Rat takes a dive and goes upside down next to the Continental. You gotta wonder if our round one finalists are watching this and thinking, how are we gonna deal with this threat? Wait a minute, what's going on here? What is Winnebago doing up there? Oh my god, Winnebago flies off the back of Creature from the Black Lagoon straight into the crates. Look at the crates. Just incredible damage inflicted by Winnebago. Why would Winnebago even do this? Winnebago Windstorm has to control their team members. That could have done serious damage to one of these vehicles. I don't know what they were thinking. I think we might have to start taking some sort of security precautions around here and make sure that something like that never happens again. Well, as you just saw, Graveyard Smash managed to survive with all three of their cars. In fact, they haven't lost a car since round one. The Speed Demons lost White Rat, which leaves them with 3 cars. Normally, we'd play until there's 3 cars left, but since both remaining teams are in the 2 top spots, they're guaranteed a spot in the finals, and they have both agreed to end the match now. You have to wonder if Winnebago's random appearance didn't spur them to end this match quicker than maybe they would have. Final tally puts the Speed Demons at 36, Graveyard Smash at 30, and Sunrunner's way back there with just 8 points. I have never seen a gap that huge between the top 2 teams and the rest of the pack. This was a wild and unexpected match. I don't know about you, but I'm really looking forward to the next match where we're going to find out who the 3 remaining qualifiers are for the final match. And the question remains, who will the 10th team be that makes it into the finals? Dead and Gone are in the lead right now with 21 points, which means they're in if the 4th place team in the next match doesn't get more than 21 points. But with the Hot Rod Hearse being damaged beyond repair in the last match, they're down 1 vehicle. So if they do make it into the finals, they're gonna have to find a replacement. Huge congratulations to the Speed Demons, an impressive performance, especially considering the formidable opponent they were up against in Graveyard Smash. This has been Aaron Yonda for Junkyard Joust. Wait a minute. Did you see that? Thought I saw something for a second. Anyway, thanks to everybody who helped me make this, and thanks for watching. If you think there's someone that would enjoy this show, please share it with them. I created a YouTube channel just for Junkyard Joust, so please subscribe to that if you get a moment. And don't forget, if you're interested in sponsoring a car or a team, there's a Patreon link in the description. Stay well, and see you next time. Ten teams and 50 cars vie for glory in this final match before the finals. Welcome to the Junkyard Joust, everybody. I'm Aaron Yonda. Thanks for joining me for Joust number 3.
Junkyard Joust.
As we head into the garage to take a look at our competitors. 3 of these teams are going to move on tonight. Let's find out who they are. First up, we've got Yellow Hammer with Diablo, Pipe Jammer, Turboa, Dodge Viper, and Jet Sweep. Led Zeppelin fans are going to like this one. Dazed and Confused with the 67 Austin minivan, the 70s van, Haulin' Gas, the Combat Medic, and Highway Hauler. 5 Alarm. This is our heaviest team of the night, with truck number 17 by itself weighing in at 117 grams. FWFD is 68 grams. Then there's old number 5, Fire Eater, and number 32 at 79 grams. Stego Sirius with the Stegosaurus, the Motosaurus, Speedosaurus, T-Rex Destroyer, and Triceratops. Hot Pursuit with the Highway Patrol, Sheriff, Interceptor, Dare, and Saline S7. Mr. Maroon with the Street Scorcher, Fantastique, the 53 Chevy, Dior 3, and the 35 Chevy. The Neon Nashers, featuring the 40s Woody, Turbo Street, Toyota 4-wheel drive, Twin Mill 2, and Flame Stopper. The Silver Slivers, Silhouette 2, Silver Bullet, Tomb Up, Stinger, and the Chancellor. Bite Marks, our lightest team tonight, features Velociracer, Dragon Blaster, Piranha Terror, Shark Cruiser, and the Croc Rod. Nighttime, featuring the Silver Dragon, Kit from Knight Rider, the Dark Knight, the Black Knight, the Animated Dark Knight. If you'd like to sponsor a car or a team, or get previews of the next episode, or even just see pictures of new cars that I got, I created a Patreon to fund more episodes of the show. There's a link in the description. The rules for Junkyard Joust are simple: survive. Each team takes turns sending a car down the track. The teams get to choose which car they send down, and that's where the strategy comes in. If you're sideways or upside down at the end of the round, you're out. Each team gets points for each car that they have left at the end of a round. I am really excited to see what's going to happen in this match. We have a lot of variety amongst these competitors, a lot of different weights, sizes. We've got some undercutters. This is going to be fun. Evil Weevil is in position. That means it's time to start the Junkyard Joust. Silver Dragon is up first for nighttime. He bounces straight off Evil Weevil and falls on his face. I don't know if that was intentional or what. Stegosaurus for Stegoserious. Stegosaurus knocks the Silver Dragon back upright. That is not what I expected. And now we've got Fire Eater for 5 alarm. Fire Eater plows into Stegosaurus and flips him upside down. That could be our first casualty of the night. Now up for the Neon Gnashers, it's 40's Woody. Nice hit to the back of Fire Eater. Pushes him up a little bit farther, but doesn't get any real action beyond that. Fantastique for Mr. Maroon. Fantastique hits the back of 40's Woody and gives him a little slap and stays perched on the side. That could be a bad position. Velociracer for the bite marks. Velociracer pops Fantastique off. Fantastique lands right side up in a pretty safe position. Velociracer backs up, ready to pounce. Silhouette 2, sponsored by Judy Collins. This appears to be some sort of experimental solar-powered vehicle. An unconventional entry for the Junkyard Joust. Pushes under Velociracer, sends him off, but Velociracer is a light car, lands on his feet. Now up for Dazed and Confused, it's Combat Medic. Dazed and Confused has a lot of heavy vehicles, and Combat Medic is no exception. He sends Silhouette under Fire Eater, and Woody pops them off the track, and Fire Eater looks like they might be out. Highway Patrol for Hot Pursuit. That is a beat-up looking car. Let's see what it's got. Highway Patrol knocks the Combat Medic sideways. Pretty good hit. Diablo for Yellow Hammer. This is a fast car, and Highway Patrol is forced right off the highway sideways. Probably done there. It's the Dark Knight. Very heavily armored car for nighttime. The Dark Knight goes under Diablo, can't quite get him off the track, and then he backs up for some reason. Must be some sort of a strategy to that. Speedosaurus for Stegoserious. Looks like a fast vehicle with the dinosaur on it, apparently. Slides into the Dark Knight and pushes him more forward. Doesn't do any serious damage, but also doesn't fall over. Old number 5 for 5 alarm. Old number 5 smacks into Speedosaurus. Doesn't manage to do much there. Flame Stopper for the Neon Gnashers. Flame Stopper hits the back of old number 5 and slots in nicely on the track. It's Diora 3 for Mr. Maroon. Diora sends Flame Stopper, almost upside down. Definitely off the track. And now we've got Shark Cruiser for the bite marks. Shark Cruiser? I don't even know what that was. He hit the back of Diora 3 and just flopped upside down. I guess the shark is a car, not the best idea in the world. Tomb Up for the Silver Slivers. Tomb Up sends the Shark Cruiser off the track, and the Shark Cruiser's back right side up again. Maybe that was part of his plan all along. Highway Hauler for Dazed and Confused. This is a big truck. It's going to be a big hit. Highway Hauler goes straight on its face and then falls off the track. It's not over yet, though. He's still a little bit on the track. There's a chance he's coming back from that. Sheriff for Hot Pursuit. The Sheriff sends him right back up again and then goes upside down. Seems like a new strategy that a lot of cars are trying here. Ending up upside down and then getting turned right side up by the next car that comes down. Dodge Viper for Yellow Hammer. Let's see if this works for Sheriff. It does not. The Dodge Viper sends Sheriff bouncing across the Highway Hauler and remaining upside down. Animated Dark Knight for nighttime. Whoa! Look at that car go. Oh, that's bad news for the Yellow Hammer as Animated Dark Knight just smacked him. Triceratops for Stegoserious. Triceratops plows into animated Dark Knight and just flops over upside down off the track. Not what you want to see for your team. That's just not going to be recoverable. FWFD for 5 alarm. This is a heavy vehicle. Oh, the animated Dark Knight clobbered multiple times, flips in the air, and then rolls over upside down. FWFD, so heavy, just annihilates that car. That's a tough hit for nighttime. Neon Nashers with the Twin Mill 2. Twin Mill 2 can't get any action on FWFD. And if you take a look in the upper left-hand corner of the screen, you're going to see old number 5, Pop Diablo, down the stack and upside down. Bad news for Yellowhammer. 35 Chevy for Mr. Maroon. Ooh, 35 Chevy just assassinates the Twin Mill 2. That was a crazy good hit for a 25-gram car. Sends Twin Mill 2 upside down. Great job. Piranha Terror for the bite marks. This is a fun little car. Oh, bounces off the back of the 35 Chevy and upside down. Ooh, not a good showing from the Piranha Terror. Silver Slivers are going to send down Stinger. Stinger just destroys 35 Chevy. Oh man, I don't think he's going to recover from that. Dazed and Confused is going to send down the 70s van. 70s van smacks the Stinger, and FWFD is just a bit off the track. That's a precarious position. Dare for Hot Pursuit. Dare dares to probably end FWFD's chances in this match. Turboa for Yellowhammer. Turboa goes right under Dare. Oh, that is rough. There's not going to be a good chance of recovery from that. And he's partially under the 70s van now, too. Got to be careful there. Black Knight for nighttime. The Black Knight gets a little action, starts to send 70s van off the track. Turboa's going to be fine. Motosaurus for Stego Sirius. Motosaurus is a fast car. Plunks into the back of the Black Knight, but doesn't do a whole lot more beyond that. Stays on the track, though, which is more than we can say for Triceratops, who's right next to him, sideways off the track. Number 32 for 5 alarm. Number 32 is heavy. That is a big hit. Black Knight is sideways, Motosaurus is upside down. That caused a lot of damage. Turbo Streak for the Neon Nashers. He streaks right under number 32. It looks like he was trying to get number 32 off the track, but there's so many cars to the left and right, there's just nowhere to go. 53 Chevy for Maroon. The 53 Chevy pounds itself underneath 32, pushes Turbo Streak a little farther up. Dragon Blaster for the bite marks. Dragon Blaster starting to move 32 sideways. Pretty light card, can't get much to happen there. The Chancellor for the Silver Slivers. The Chancellor looks like it would go underneath, but doesn't get any action there. Might be that the engine of that car is preventing it from being an effective undercutter. All in Gas for DNC. All in Gas, a heavy bus, pushes Dragon Blaster up on top of some other cars and puts the Chancellor in danger. Interceptor for Hot Pursuit. Interceptor is a fast car, but it can't get anywhere with that heavy bus in the way, so it just stays there. Yellowhammer sends out Pipe Jammer. Three-pronged front of that car jams into the back of Interceptor and puts him in a bad place. And as you can tell by that sound, it's Kit for nighttime. Doesn't look like he brought his owner, Michael Knight, with him. Kit, a heavy car with a big bumper. I think this car is going to be a contender. Oh, there goes Interceptor up in the air and off to the side, upside down. Right now, Hot Pursuit is not doing well. Taking a look at the field, I don't see a single car from Hot Pursuit right side up right now. T-Rex Troyer for Stego Sirius. T-Rex Troyer is too light to do anything to Kit. Hits him in the back and then just leaves the track, almost. Not a great position to be in, especially when the next vehicle is truck number 17 for 5 alarm. This is a big vehicle. One of the biggest we've seen. Oh, holy moly! Look at that car fly! T-Rex Troyer twists and flips and flops all over the place and somehow manages to recover. That was amazing. All right, well, let's see who the Neon Nashers got. Has anyone seen the Toyota four-wheel drive? Oh, there it is. What's going on? Hey, that's not yours. Okay, Toyota four-wheel drive with trailer recently attached. I guess there's no specific rule against just taking things out of the junkyard and attaching them to your car. although I have a feeling there might be after this. Anyway, 129 grams now, just about triples the weight of this vehicle and makes it the heaviest thing out there. Let's see if it pays off. Huge smash into the back of that fire truck, pushes it really far forward. Definitely some cars that are upside down or sideways that weren't before. I just don't know about the fairness of doing that. But on with the match. Street Scorcher for Mr. Maroon. Street Scorcher powers underneath that silver trailer. Oh, I think the hitch has been broken off. Oh yeah, there's no more hitch left on that. Well, I guess nobody's gonna do that ever again. I mean, the thing's not even neon. Doesn't even make sense. Croc Rod for bite marks. Croc Rod smacks the back of that Toyota, spanks him, punishes him a little bit, but can't do anything else. Silver Slivers, Silver Bullet. Silver Bullet's a heavy card. Oof! Silver Bullet pushes Croc Rod. Croc Rod somehow recovers from that, and now Silver Bullet's underneath that Toyota. 67 Austin minivan for Dazed and Confused. Pow! The Street Scorcher gets flung around, and the Toyota is not in a good position. Looks like stealing that camper might not have paid off after all. Hot Pursuit, Saline S7. Saline S7, oh, just enough to send that Toyota over and sideways. Can't say I'm sad about that. Yellowhammer sends down the Jet Sweep. Look at that Saline S7 go flying. Jet Sweep indeed sweeps that car up in the air, over and out. That is a devastating car. Great seeing that in action. That could be very bad news for Hot Pursuit. I don't see a single Hot Pursuit car right side up out there. Well, let's take a look at the aftermath of that wild round one. It does indeed look like Hot Pursuit is eliminated from this match already. This is the first time a team's been eliminated in the first round. I don't know if it was bad luck or if they just didn't have much going for their team. And interesting, Silver Slivers did not lose a single vehicle. That's going to give them a big advantage. Mr. Maroon only lost one. That puts them in fourth place as we look at our round one results. The Silver Slivers on top, followed by Bite Marks, Dazed and Confused, and Mr. Maroon. Hot Pursuit out of the match. And we'll get back to the action right after this.
Junkyard Joust.
Junkyard Joust has its very own channel, and I hope you'll go over there and subscribe to it. There's a lot more Junkyard Joust in the future, and if you want to see it all, it's all going to be over at the Junkyard Joust channel. Click on your screen or check out the link in the description.
Junkyard Joust.
The Silver Slivers with the most cars are going to start us out, and then the rest of the order has been randomly determined based on how many cars each team has left. There are 9 teams left. Silver Slivers are going to start us out with 2 up. That first round was such a wild ride. We had 22 cars eliminated total, which has broken the record for the most cars eliminated in round 1. We had a full team eliminated, which hasn't happened before. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens here in round 2 as Velociracer collides with Tomb Up. Let's see if Mr. Maroon can keep their success going with Fantastique. Ooh, Velociracer goes flying up in the air, lands on the edge of the track, but we've seen Velociracer recover from worse than this already. I think they're going to be just fine. 70s van. Heavy vehicle pushes Fantastique off the track, and as predicted, Velociracer is back on his feet, staring right back at that 70s van. Silver Dragon. Silver Dragon roars down the track. What even was that? The Silver Dragon can fly. Flies up in the air, flips around, and just lands upright like it was nothing. That was awesome. Here comes old number 5. Old number 5 shoots down the track, smacks into the back of the van, and the force of it sends them both backwards into the middle of the track. It's kind of a strange setup here. T-Rex Destroyer's got to try to make sense of this. He bumps the back of old number 5 and then rolls forward, ready to pounce. I think T-Rex Destroyer's just playing with his prey right now. The Neon Gnashers are feeling the heat right now. They lost 3 in that first round. They've got to make up some ground. T-Rex Destroyer gets pushed partially off the track by 40's Woody. Yellowhammer also feeling the heat. Turbo is next. Yellowhammer takes out 40's Woody. Oof, another hit for Neon Nashers. Yellowhammers could still be a threat here. They've just got 2 undercutters left, and those things are dangerous. Silver Slivers with the Chancellor. The Chancellor makes the undercutting work this time and sends Turboa off the track upside down. Another nasty hit for a team that was already in trouble. Dragon Blaster smacks the Chancellor off the track, sits perched on the edge. Diora sends Dragon Blaster flying up into the air. Boy, these dragons really do like to fly, don't they? And Dragon Blaster, it almost looked like trouble for a second, but Dragon Blaster makes the recovery. Here comes Hauling Gas. Hauling Gas sends Diora over the top. We've got a solid line of pretty heavy vehicles right there. I don't know if those are going to be movable anytime soon. Here comes Kit. Kit cleans up the track a little bit. Diora's back right side up. And now we got trouble. Here comes truck number 17. Oof, man, there was nowhere to go. And did you see that? Something broke. There was such a solid line of cars. Something had to break, and it did. Something came off, I think, Hauling Gas. I don't know what that is, but it's not on Hauling Gas anymore. You can see it flying and landing over there and disappearing. I don't even know what that was. Could have been a tail light. We may never know. Speedosaurus bashes its head into the back of the fire truck. Doesn't seem phased. I guess it pays to have a small brain. Turbo Streak. Turbo Streak with that low front end. Oh, Speedosaurus goes head over heels. There's probably no recovery from that. And Turbo Streak is starting to go under the back of truck 17. This could be bad for truck 17. Jet Sweep is following hot on the heels of Turbo Streak. Oh, now Jet Sweep has taken the place of Turbo Streak under that fire truck. This is getting interesting. And here comes Silver Bullet. Oh no! The fire truck finally removed from the track and pushed off sideways. That took a Herculean effort to get that truck off the track, but now that he's off, I don't think there's any coming back from that. Croc Rod pops the back of Silver Bullet, and Hauling Gas is upside down. Now the rounded top of that bus might actually help it make a recovery at some point. Street Scorcher, I don't even know what happened there. It's hard to tell how Street Scorcher got upside down on top of the rest of the cars. Kind of looks like he just drove up there or something. I think a combination of bouncing off all the other vehicles forced him up top. That was unfortunate. Here comes the big Highway Hauler. Highway Hauler hits the back of Silver Bullet and bounces almost the same way Street Scorcher did. It's like a pinball machine in there right now. Let's see if the Dark Knight can make anything happen here. The Dark Knight pushes Highway Hauler forward, sets him back upright. It's good for the Highway Hauler, but not good for the Dark Knight being in that position right now, especially when Stinger is next on tap. Stinger sends the Dark Knight completely up in the air, spins him around, and he lands, tries to make it right, but that wheel slips out from underneath him and actually prevents him from making a recovery. That's a big blow for Nighttime. Shark Cruiser manages to stay upright on this one. Highway Hauler could be in trouble. 53 Chevy. 53 Chevy sends the Shark Cruiser for a little ride. Shark Cruiser's on top of that fire truck. Let's see if he stays there. The minivan just destroys the Chevy, sends him off the track upside down. Packs a big punch for such a small vehicle. Silhouette 2. The Silver Slivers have yet to lose a single vehicle. And I'm not sure they lost a car in this round. That was actually the final vehicle of round 2. 5 Alarm had a little bad luck and lost their biggest vehicle, but they are not out of this match quite yet. Hot Pursuit remains eliminated. And some bad news for Stegosirius, they are out of this match. That's a second team already eliminated. Mr. Maroon lost 2 of their 4 remaining cars, and the Silver Slivers did not lose a single vehicle. That's going to give them a big point boost up to 15. Bite Marks and Dazed and Confused are tied for second place with 10 points apiece. And Mr. Maroon and Nighttime are still in the hunt. In the back of their minds, some of these teams have to be thinking about the fact that if they get 4th place today, they're going to need more than 21 points to become the 10th team to qualify for the finals. Right now, Dead and Gone is in that number 1 position. And if today's 4th place finisher does not get more than 21 points, then Dead and Gone are going to the finals. They'll be that 10th team. Running order is up. We're ready for round 3. Silver Slivers have yet to lose a vehicle. Let's see what happens in this round. Tomb up. Tomb up goes sideways. That's an unexpected result. A little stumble there by the Slivers, but let's see if it actually makes any difference. Highway Hauler. Highway Hauler smacks Tomb up back on his feet and is in a solid position at the front of the track. Velociracer headbutts the back of that truck, goes off the track. That was a handy little maneuver, actually. This bite mark team, they're very light and agile. Gives them a big advantage. It's time for the Silver Dragon. This is an unpredictable vehicle. You never know what's going to happen with this thing. Oh boy, look at that! The back of the semi just is lifted off by the head of Silver Dragon, and then he hops on the back as if to take the place of the cab of the truck. Oh my God, look at that thing fly. That was amazing. And the truck just stays there. Could still survive this round. Oh, this doesn't look good. Oh, the Silver Dragon is sideways and Highway Hauler's starting to come off the track. Without that back, he might be vulnerable. It's kind of like a turtle without a shell. Jet Sweep is the final hope for the Yellowhammer team. Fantastique flips over and lands right side up. That car's got surprising stability. Now, if you remember last round, Turbo Streak went down first, followed by Jet Sweep. This time, it's reversed. Jet Sweep never finished the job, and Turbo Streak just finished Jet Sweep. That's most likely the end of the Yellowhammers. They've got to be disappointed with that. If only Jet Sweep had finished the job in that previous round, but it didn't work out. And Turbo Streak is looking pretty, or was looking pretty until old number 5 just flips him over like he's flipping over a pancake that needs to be cooked on the other side. Well, that pancake is definitely done. Silver Bullet, oh man, old number 5 is punched into the crates and turned over, and his goose is cooked. 70s van, solid hit on the back of Silver Bullet, and he's locked in. Let's see if Croc Rod can make anything happen here. Croc Rod pops the 70s van over the top of Silver Bullet. He slides sideways onto the front of the track. That might just be it for 70s van. Here comes Kit. A lot of jostling for position here. Solid hit from Kit. Diora 3. Now, if you look closely, I think that's a bike and some surfboards in the back of this car. It looks like a car that's made more for a little vacation to the beach than a junkyard joust, but Diora 3's been doing pretty well and continues the trend here. This could be trouble. The Stinger got that low front end. There's some undercutting going on here. Oh, man, look at that. Diora just pops off and lands flat. Here comes the Dazed and Confused minivan. Heavy hit. Can't quite get Kit off the track. Dragon Blaster. We've seen some strange behavior from these Dragon vehicles today, and it continues. Look at that. Dragon Blaster smacks its head on the back of that van, turns around completely, and lands on its side, just in time for the Chancellor to send him upright. This whole strategy of turning yourself sideways on the track and then getting put upright by the next vehicle has been working out pretty well for some of these guys. Silhouette 2 is the final car of this round. It slides into place under its own teammate. Silver Sliver had so many cars, they had to run 2 of them in a row. It could have been a problem, but instead it seems to have taken out Dragon Blaster. As we go into our round 3 aftermath, Dazed and Confused took a big hit in that round. Bite Mark still got a couple left, and Nighttime has only Kit remaining. 5 Alarm is eliminated. The Neon Gnashers are also eliminated, as well as Yellowhammer. Guess who didn't lose a single vehicle? It's round 3, so each remaining car scores 3 points for its team. That is going to give them a lot of points. Takes them up to 30. That's a pretty astounding lead right now. The Bite Marks are in second with 16, and Mr. Maroon has moved up to third place with 14 points. Can anyone stop the Silver Slivers? They've actually just broken a Junkyard Joust record, having 5 cars left as we head into round 4, and as is becoming a Silver Slivers tradition, Tomb Up is going to start us off. And as it looks, the only other team to ever make it out of round 1 with all 5 cars was dead and gone. So the Silver Slivers actually broke that record at the end of round 2. Is it possible we might see a team make it all the way through a Junkyard Joust and not lose a single car? I guess we're gonna find out. There's 11 cars left. Almost half of them are the Silver Slivers. Croc Rod piles into the back of Diora 3. Not much going on here yet. Here comes the final vehicle for Dazed and Confused. The minivan pushes Diora off the track, but Diora is just fine. And here comes Kit. With just the sheer heaviness of that car, Crocrod is forced almost off the track. We still do not have a single upside down or sideways car. There's no casualties yet. And here comes Stinger. Might be about to change that. Stinger hits Kit in the rear, pushes Crocrod off. Everybody's doing all right so far, although Kit is in a bit of a precarious position. Fantastique flies off the track, pushes Kit off the track. Everybody's looking good. Let's see if Velociracer can spice it up. Velociracer lashes out at Fantastique, knocks that car upside down. That is looking like our first casualty of round 4. Silver Bullet, this car is gonna mess some things up. Silver Bullet goes off the back of his own teammate, flips over, and that could be the first casualty for the Silver Slivers. Unfortunately, the Silver Slivers still have a lot of cars to send down the track. Right now, it appears the biggest threat to the Silver Slivers is their own teammates because they have so many cars left. Chancellor gives a little nudge to his friend. Here comes Silhouette. Silhouette doesn't do any damage to his own team members. Gotta be happy about that. Well, there was only 2 losses this time around. One for the Slivers and one for Maroon. No team eliminations as we head into round 5. The Silver Slivers go up with 4 points for each of their 4 cars, 16 points to 46 total. Bite marks are at 24, and with the loss of that car, Mr. Maroon and Dazed and Confused are neck and neck for that 3rd place spot. Nighttime is not out of it yet. The Silver Slivers are going to be doing a little playing with themselves again in round 5, with Bite Marks the only other team that has more than 1 car left. Looking ahead to the finals, it's going to be interesting to see if the Silver Slivers can pull this kind of thing off again, especially when they go up against something like Creature from the Black Lagoon. I know there's a few cars that have a chance against Creature from the Black Lagoon. I think there might be a couple on the Silver Slivers team that can also do. In any case, I think the finals are just gonna be an insane free-for-all. You never know what's gonna happen when you get all these really great cars into one match together. It's just gonna be a joy to watch. Diora pushes Crocrod off the track. That's a good sign for the Bite Marks. We haven't seen Kit use his turbo boost yet. I wonder if that's gonna happen right about now. Kit zooms down the track and indeed turbo boosts right into that minivan. Dazed and Confused gotta be worried about this. The Chancellor pushes Kit up on Diora, doesn't do anything for that minivan. Velociracer leaps and flips the Chancellor upside down. Clever girl. Stinger. Velociracer just hops out of the way, frustrating Stinger's attempt to undercut. And here comes the final car of round 5. We're already at the end of round 5. Ooh, that is not good. Stinger gets tossed upside down by his own teammate and is out of this match. That's 2 down for the Silver Slivers in round 5. And Dazed and Confused are now out of this battle. 5 points for every remaining car gives the Silver Slivers and Bite Marks both 10 points. And Mr. Maroon and Nighttime both get 5 points. There's 6 cars left as we head into round 6, another first for Junkyard Joust. It's never gone this many rounds, but there's still 4 teams left, so we gotta keep going. Sending Toom up down last did not work out well for Silver Slivers last time, so they send him down first this time. And here comes Velociracer. Punches Toom up and sends his back wheels a-spinning. Mr. Maroon is currently in 3rd place on our scoreboards, and it's mostly because of Diora 3. And the Diora 3 clears the track. Toom up and Velociracer both go flying. A lot of action, but both of the cars manage to land right side up. Kit's up next. If the Diora gets eliminated, Nighttime and Mr. Maroon are still both in the finals because of the point distribution. But if Kit gets eliminated, Dead and Gone will be our final entrant into the finals because of their 21 points. Nighttime only has 19. So they have to survive. And they managed to survive that attack from Silhouette 2. It's a bit precarious right now. Looks like Diora or Kit could potentially have some problems here, depending on what happens with Crocrod. Crocrod slams Kit off the track. That was a huge hit. Diora would not budge, and Kit hits the crate. Can't make it over because the crate's in the way, and that is gonna end this match, folks. Nighttime is out of this match. They are not going to the finals. All their hopes rested on Kit and Kit is done. The round 6 results: Silver Slivers with 68 points, Bite Marks at 46, and Mr. Maroon at 29. That was a thrilling match. What a climax. Congrats to the Silver Slivers, the Bite Marks, and Mr. Maroon, who are advancing to the finals. And of course, out of all our 4th place finishers, Dead and Gone had the most points, so they will be the 10th finalist. Here is a look at all 10 of your finalists. And boy, this final match is going to be something to behold. Who's your favorite team that didn't make it into the finals? Leave a comment and let me know, and the top 5 vote-getting teams will compete in a friendly match that happens before the finals. That'll give our finalists some time to prep for that match. And we'll also find a 5th member for the Dead and Gone team. Should be a lot of fun. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. 10 cars vie for first place and a spot on a team that's heading to the finals. Welcome to the Junkyard Joust, everybody. I'm Aaron Yonda. Dead and Gone is a ghost and vampire themed team, and they are missing a vehicle. You might remember in round 1 when the hot rod hearse broke its back axle, and now it rests atop the scrap heap. So now it's time to find a replacement, and here are our 10 competitors. They're going to compete in 3 separate events to decide who will replace the hot rod hearse. I'll explain more about that in a second, but now let's take a look at our competitors. First up is the Honda Civic Type R. It's a light and fast vehicle. 8 crate. Now this car would be an obvious replacement for the hot rod hearse. It's a bit lighter, but very similar stylistically. The XT3. This is a different kind of car, and that pointed front end could make things really interesting. The HKS Altezza, another fast car with a low front bumper. The Robo Race Robo Car. This car has potential undercutter ability, and it's also a fast car. The Batmobile. It's a long car with a little bit of undercutting ability. This is a car you don't want to mess with. Weighing in at 47 grams, the 56 Ford is the heaviest vehicle that is competing tonight. That could be an advantage going into a couple of these events. Way Too Fast. True to its name, this is a fast car, and at that weight, it makes it a definite competitor. The 73 Ford Falcon XB. It's a well-balanced car, and it's got a lot of speed. The Gray Ghost. Not only is this an undercutter, but it has 2 saw blades attached to the back of the car. This is something we've never really seen before in Junkyard Joust, and I'm curious to see exactly how it plays out. All 10 cars will have to go through 3 different types of events to test their survivability. The victor will be the one who gets the most total points at the end of all 3. Our first event tonight is the survival jump. As you can see from this test with that junker car, all you gotta do is drive down the track, jump off the front of this Formula 1, and try to land upright. If you land upright, you're gonna get 3 points. If you don't get any points. This test is a great way to determine whether a car can survive a vehicle like Creature from the Black Lagoon in the finals. First up is 8 crate at 39 grams. 8 crate hits that jump and manages to stay upright. An impressive jump by 8 crate, bounces a bunch, hits the actual crates, and manages to stay up. Good job. 56 Ford. The 56 Ford, ooh, bad tumble there. Stays on the track, but can't quite keep it upright. No points for him. He's heavy, he's fast, he's way too fast. Whoa, look at that car go up and over and then sideways and gets stuck. Gets hung up on the edge of the track. Oh, man. No points for way too fast. Next up is the HKS Altezza. What just happened? The bumper is so low on that car, it actually hit the front of the Formula 1 and didn't go off the jump. It just stuck there, and unfortunately, upside down. No points there. Let's see what the 73 Ford Falcon XB can do here. The Ford Falcon hits the jump and bounces back right side up. That was a great recovery. Could have been bad, but he managed to bounce off of that bumper at the end and come back right side up. That's going to be 3 points. Robo Race Robo Car. Oh, I had a feeling that that might happen. That low front end on Robo Race actually prevents him from going off the jump, but he doesn't flip over. He stays upright. That's going to count. 3 points. Honda Civic Type R. Let's see what you got. The Honda Civic takes a flying leap and unfortunately cannot remain upright. Rolls over a couple times, but lands upside down. No points there. First challenge failed, but there's still 2 more to come, so anything can happen. Here comes the Batmobile. Vampires, ghosts, and a bat. Would make sense to me. Batmobile. I can't even tell if that's upside down. Batmobile flips directly upside down and just ends it. That's that. Not a good showing. Gray Ghost. This car would be right at home on the Dead and Gone team. He launches off the Formula 1 and flies up and over and can't quite recover. I think those blades might have actually prevented him from flipping over. Might be good for the joust, but wasn't good for this event. Here comes the XT3. I'm curious to see what the front of this car is going to do on the front of that Formula 1. Oh, what a flip! Hits it, goes off the jump, catapults like a pole vaulter, and lands straight upside down. So after this first event, we've got 3 cars with points on the board. Robo Race, 8 Crate, and 73 Falcon take an early lead. We still got 2 events left to go. Event number 2 is the Power Slam. The goal of this event is to smash through as many of these light junker cars as you can. The top 3 cars that travel the farthest distance will get points. First place gets 5 points, second place gets 3, and third place gets 1 point. First car on the hill is the Batmobile. It's a low, fast car. I think it's got some good potential here. Oh, yes. There goes a whole line of cars. About 5 of them, in fact. That was an impressive charge, and that is a great start for the Batmobile. Now up, the 73 Ford Falcon. Let's see what happens. The Falcon plows about 4 of the cars off the track. Can't quite get the distance the Batmobile got. Since he's only the second car, that's going to put him in second place for the time being. Let's see if HKS Altezza has anything to say about that. Ooh, a massive hit from the Altezza. Puts him right past the Falcon, but not quite up to the Batmobile. That's going to put him in a pretty solid second position as we line up for the next run. Robo Race Robocar has a great undercutting ability, but the lightness of the car could come into play here. Let's see what they do. Oh, there's a lot of cars off the track there. Some pretty good penetration, makes it past the Falcon. Let's take a look at the measure. Doesn't look like it got as far as the Altezza, but that's going to put him in a solid third place. And now we're on to the Honda Civic Type R. This is a fast car. I think this car can get some distance. Oh, that's a big pile up there. Look at all those cars just go in one big line. That's some serious distance. Let's see what we got. Oh, that looks to me like it might be a tie with the Batmobile. They both managed to make it through 5 cars and line up right behind that second green car. So it looks to me like there's a tie for first place right now. And with that 5 points on the line, this is a big deal. The XT3 is up. Let's see what it can do. The XT3, pretty weak attempt. I don't think it's enough. Nope, not even gonna beat the Altezza, so the XT3 is out. 56 Ford, this is a heavy truck. Definitely made it farther than the Altezza, but was it farther than the other 2? It looks like, oh, so close. The Ford took out the same amount of cars as both of the leaders, but it couldn't quite push its way up to where they were. So that's a nice solid third place for that vehicle. 8 Crate is up next. 8 Crate knocks a bunch of cars around. Is it gonna be enough to beat the Ford? Oh, it's looking close, but not quite. Just missed it by about a half a car length. Gray Ghost has some undercutting ability. This could be useful here. Gray Ghost plows under about 4 of them. So close, but couldn't quite get up to the Ford. It's actually kind of hard to tell where that car is underneath the other one, but it's definitely not far enough to get third place. It's a low car. It's 44 grams. Way Too Fast has a good chance here. Way Too Fast puts the power in that slam. Look at those cars fly. There's 6 or 7 cars off the track there. That is the farthest that anybody's got. And Way Too Fast was our final car, so that looks like a first place finish to me. There's your second place, and it looks like the Ford is out, but the Honda and the Batmobile are tied. So we are going to have a tiebreaker. Both cars will run again, and whoever gets the farthest gets second place. Batmobile's back on top of the hill, and let's see what happens. Good hit from the Batmobile, but not as good as its previous run. He couldn't quite make it to the green number 6 that time. It was close, but as you can see, not quite the same distance. So that is the mark to beat for the Honda Civic. Let's see if he can do it. The Honda smacks a few cars off the track. Oh, I don't think he quite made it. Let's take a closer look. And no, the Honda Civic gets a solid 3rd place, with the Batmobile getting 2nd and Way Too Fast in 1st. Well, that's the end of this, of what is happening. Oh, Winnebago! What on earth was the point of that? Oh, that was just to show off. Look at that. Cleared the track completely. Not a single car left. I don't know how Winnebago lurks around in the shadows and then just comes out like this at these moments. But that obviously doesn't count. Winnebago doesn't get to be on the Dead and Gone team. These are your 3 winners right here. 5 points for Way Too Fast, 3 points for the Batmobile, and 1 point for the Honda Civic. Taking a look at the scores after round 2, we've got 3 more cars with points on the board. Way Too Fast has the most at 5, and a few cars have yet to score. But there'll be plenty of chances to score points in the next event, a 3-round Junkyard Joust. Each car that survives a round gets 2 points. So there's a potential for 6 points if you survive all 3 rounds. Evil Weevil's gonna take his position as we begin this special 3-round Junkyard Joust. 10 cars. There is our randomized starting order, and the 56 Ford's gonna get us going. 56 Ford settles into the front of the track. Ford is one of those 4 cars that's on the bottom of our scoring chart right now, 0 points. He really wants to make it out of this round so he can at least make a good show of himself. XT3 pokes in behind him. Pretty solid position still there. Here comes the HKS Altezza. The Altezza speeds down and knocks the Ford off the track. And that does not look like something you're gonna come back from. I think the Ford might be out of this competition. Ooh, the Honda smacks the back of that Altezza. And now Altezza's upside down. Another vehicle with 0 points. Probably not getting any now. 8 Crate is up, sponsored by Willful Fiber Art. 8 Crate smacks the back of the Honda, and now it looks like XT3 could be in danger here. 73 Ford Falcon. Hits the road, smacks the back of 8 Crate, but the Honda refuses to leave the track and slowly but surely slides right back down into position. Now it's time for the Robo Race Robo Car to do some undercutting action. Ooh, man, Robo Race just pops the Falcon up, and then he slowly but surely goes upside down on the track. It's not necessarily over for him yet, but it doesn't look promising. Batmobile's up next. Robo Race is sent into the stratosphere on that run. The Batmobile smacks him twice, sends him flying. The irony here, of course, is that Batmobile then drives onto his side, and Robo Race is looking right as rain over against the crates. Way Too Fast is car number 9 in this round. Pretty good chance of surviving and getting those 2 points, propelling him into a pretty solid lead. He smacks the back of Falcon, and Falcon stays upside down. Gray Ghost is the final car for this round. Let's see what happens. Oh no! Way Too Fast is eliminated from the round. No points. That is a tough break. This is gonna open up the field a lot. Let's take a look at the scoreboards. 8 Crate, Robo Race, and Way Too Fast are all tied for first place right now, and that coveted spot on the Dead and Gone team, but it's wide open for these 5 remaining cars. There's 2 more rounds. There's 4 points up for grabs as we take a look at our running order. Robo Race Robo Car is gonna start us off. Ooh, Robo Race takes sort of an unpredictable bounce off of Evil Weevil, is now sitting prone on the side of the track, and Gray Ghost takes full advantage of it. Gray Ghost, who just eliminated the first place leader, now eliminates Robo Race Robo Car, who was also up in the top. Speaking of up in the top, 8 Crate is in that same position, hits the back of those saw blades, and pops up on top of Gray Ghost. Gray Ghost is really wreaking havoc on the cars right now. Oh no! The Honda Civic just blasted 8 crate. Gray Ghost's saw blade just kind of flipped 8 crate up in the air. Gray Ghost may have failed the first 2 challenges, but he's really turning it on for this joust, and that's important. XT3 is going to round out this round. XT3 sends the Civic off the track, and that is going to end this competition for the Honda Civic, unfortunately for him. And there we see it's just down to Gray Ghost and XT3 in round 3. And looking at the scoreboards, there's 3 things that could happen here. Gray Ghost and XT3 could eliminate each other, which would make a 3-way tie. If Gray Ghost or XT3 eliminates the other, then they are the competition winner. If neither of them eliminates each other, then it's a tie, and we have to have some sort of tiebreaker. And as usual, the running order is randomly determined, and it looks like XT3 is going first. That could be trouble considering what Gray Ghost has been able to do on these runs when behind other vehicles. XT3 heads down the track. Oh no, what was that? XT3, very unpredictable hit there on the back of Evil Weevil and just flips over upside down on the track. This competition is Gray Ghost to win right now. Gray Ghost does exactly that, does not push XT3 back upright, and unbelievably, Gray Ghost is going to score another 2 points, which means that despite starting this event out with 0 points, Gray Ghost has edged out all 3 of the other cars in first place, and with that unbelievable comeback, Gray Ghost has proven himself worthy to join the Dead and Gone team as their 5th member. Looks like we're going to get to see those saw blades in action during the finals. Speaking of the finals, here are your tournament finalists, color-coded based on how they finished in the match. The finals are coming up next. It's going to be an unforgettable time. Who do you think out of these 10 teams is going to take the ultimate victory? Tune in and find out next time. Make your predictions in the comments. And please consider becoming a patron of the show so I can keep making these. And as usual, thank you so much for watching. See you next time. "50 cars compete for supreme dominance in the Junkyard Joust." Hi everybody, I'm Aaron Yonda and welcome to the Junkyard Joust Finals. All the finalists are lined up by the track. They are ready for action, and there is gonna be action. 10 teams and 50 cars, but only one of these teams can claim ultimate victory. We go until only one team has cars left. And that could be a tall order considering that some of these cars have never been eliminated. Let's take a look at our competitors. The Silver Slivers broke all kinds of records in their first match, including not having a car eliminated for 4 rounds. The Speed Demons feature cars with a low center of gravity, and they are very hard to eliminate. That makes them a formidable team. Pink Push won the first Junkyard Joust with sheer survivability and the formidable Pink Cadillac. And now they're hoping to do it again. Bite Marks is a team of light, unpredictable cars with good survivability. The question is, will it be enough to get them all the way to number 1? Graveyard Smash strikes fear into the heart of their opponents, especially with Creature from the Black Lagoon with that sloped back. This will definitely come into play in this match, and the rest of the team is highly complementary and has good offensive capability. Emerald Undercurrent is a car of undercutters that are very good offensively, and they've got the double threat of Lamelt. They might not look like much at first, but Mr. Maroon will surprise you with their solid lineup of cars and a competitive spirit. The Crimson Crashers are a well-balanced team. They've got an undercutter, they've got a heavy vehicle, and they've got a couple of very fast cars. That balance could take them all the way. The Sunrunners have an unpredictable mix of cars, including the limo, which is extremely heavy and large and could be a factor tonight. Dead and Gone have been through a lot to get here, and though they're a wildcard team tonight, they have a new member, the Gray Ghost, which could come into play and help their team. If you've seen the show before, you know how this works. The only rule here is survive. Sideways or upside down cars are eliminated. Cars that remain right side up will score points for their team that increases based on the round. The running order has been determined by what place each team got in their respective matches, and then by the number of points they scored, with going last being considered a slight advantage. There's Evil Weevil, gonna take his place as track buffer, and we are gonna get this first round of the finals started with Gray Ghost from Dead and Gone. Gray Ghost takes to the track. Those saw blades could be an interesting mechanism. Let's see what happens with those. Here comes the 59 Cadillac for the Sunrunners. Bonks into place. Almost flips over, but manages to recover. The Mustang is up first for the Crimson Crashers. The Mustang forces the Cadillac up on the back of Gray Ghost. That could be trouble for that Cadillac. Street Scorcher is a fast and heavy car. Let's see what happens. Street Scorcher smashes into the Mustang, and yep, that's the end of the Cadillac, but unfortunately also the end for the Street Scorcher. A rough start for Mr. Maroon there. Here comes LaMelt. LaMelt slides under the competition. That Mustang is out. The Emerald Undercurrent sensing an opportunity here early on to do some damage with LaMelt. Let's see if it works out. Graveyard Smash knows how to deal with the low back end on your car. They're going to send down Wolfman with that low front bumper. He pushes LaMelt under Gray Ghost, and Gray Ghost is turned completely upside down. The rookie for Dead and Gone has been LaMelted. Velociracer's up first for the bite marks. He smacks the Wolfman up against LaMelt. LaMelt has basically been neutralized here by the Wolfman. I Believe in Pink is first for the Pink push. I Believe in Pink puts Velociraptor on his back. Will he stay there? Doesn't seem too likely. Let's see what happens when the Yellow Double Demon hits the track. Demon puts I Believe on its back, and Velociracer very spryly steps out of the way and is good to go over there on the side of the track. Tomb up for the Silver Slivers. It's a tradition for Silver Slivers to send down Tomb up first. It's been working great for them. We're back around the roster to the second car for Dead and Gone, Phantom Corsair. Solid hit there and slots into the track. Now it's time for Fram. Fram smacks the Demon the rest of the way off the track. We got kind of a line of solid cars going, but Peterbilt might have something to say about that. Peterbilt smacks into the line of cars and cannot make any progress. He goes nowhere. And despite having those fuel lines out in the back, he's looking pretty vulnerable right now. Fantastique is up for Mr. Maroon. And yep, Fantastique bounces off the edge of Peterbilt and sends Peterbilt to certain doom. The Panos tries to break things up on the track a little bit, pushes Fram off the edge. Bride of Frankenstein might cause some action now. Oh, a devastating hit from the Bride of Frankenstein. The Panos is eliminated off in the corner, and Fram is off the track. The Croc Rod doesn't do a whole lot there for bite marks, just pushes Bride of Frankenstein forward a little bit more, can't get underneath. Pink Nomad, ooh, Pink Nomad cannot get anywhere because of how tightly all those cars are locked in. There's nowhere to go but sideways. Fangster for the Speed Demons. Fangster pokes into the back of Pink Nomad and goes upside down off the track, but helps Nomad get back upright. Fangster's been kind of the weak link for the Speed Demons, and after this dismal performance, I think they might be thinking about maybe finding a replacement after the season's over. Well, if anyone can break up that tight line of cars down on the track, it's Silver Bullet. Ooh, Silver Bullet bumps the Nomad off the track and goes underneath two other cars. This is gonna be devastating. Ghost Rider's up. Ghost Rider pushes the Bullet farther along the track, all the way up to the Phantom Corsair, and the Sunrunners see an opportunity here to cause some big damage. The second heaviest car in the competition. Behind Silver Bullet pushed under a couple more cars. Looks like the Phantom Corsair survived that. Fiero's up next for the Crimson Crashers. Fiero goes under the limo. This is bad news for the Sunrunners. It's their biggest car under threat right now. 53 Chevy pushes the limo off the track. Fiero goes all the way under. That was a big loss for the Sunrunners. I don't see a single Sunrunner right side up right now. They are in trouble. Emerald Undercurrent's gonna send down the Salt Shaker. Salt Shaker climbs over the Chevy, but also pushes it under the Fiero. Looks like Graveyard Smash is finally going to send down Creature from the Black Lagoon. Strategically, I'm not exactly sure why they waited until now, unless maybe they were trying to protect some of their own vehicles. Creature clobbers the Fiero and slots into place. Things are about to get interesting. Dragon Blaster is the first one to take the plunge, and plunge he does. Right off the bat, flies through the air all the way to the crates. Bounces off, and can he recover? No, he slides sideways right at the last second. Now, the pink Cadillac has a really low front bumper. I don't know if it's low enough to deal with Creature or not. It is! Look at that, the pink Cadillac has latched onto the Creature with the hood of her car and has it trapped in between. I've never seen anything like it. The Creature from the Black Lagoon is actually trapped in the hood of the pink Cadillac and can't be effective anymore. And they might even be able to get it off the track. And the Chancellor's got a chance to make something big happen here. Ooh, big hit from the Chancellor there. Almost manages to turn that demon sideways, but can't quite do it. Vampira, however, takes Chancellor off the track, but she can't take either of them out. The Sunrunner's got to be putting a lot of hope on the 76 Greenwood Corvette right now. Oh, that's a rough hit. The Ferrari's going to have a heyday with that vulnerable car right now, I think. And the Greenwood Corvette does indeed go for its final ride up in the air and upside down on the ground. And Vampira's not looking too good right now either. Diora's up. Diora just smacks that Ferrari and slots into place. Pretty solid hit. Emerald Undercurrent are going to send down Berserk. There he goes. Berserk takes the Diora off the track, but does not do any damage, despite that blade cutting up the bottom of the car pretty good. The Mummy's up for Graveyard Smash. See what it can do. Smacks Berserk forward into the Ferrari and doesn't do much beyond that. The line of cars on the track has become pretty solid again though, so I think it's going to be hard for Shark Cruiser to do anything, and indeed it is. Shark Cruiser pushes Mummy under Berserk a little bit, but then just flops upside down on the track. Right target for Pink Demon. There goes the Shark Cruiser. Oh, that's rough. That's definitely not good, and Berserk is upside down here too. Let's see what White Rat's going to get up to. White Rat just gently nudges the Pink Demon forward into the Mummy. Stinger's up next. Stinger goes directly underneath the Rat and pushes Pink Demon off the track. Dr. Vamp is up next. I assume he's out for blood. Whoa, I don't even know what happened there. Let's look at the replay. He bounces off the back of Stinger, flips upside down, then goes off the track right side up. So overall, not a bad move, and the Mummy is actually looking a little perilous right here. Let's see if Wild Thing's able to capitalize. Wild Thing pushes the Mummy off the track, but it's safe. And now Wild Thing is not in a good position. Oh boy, here comes Solaire. Cars are about to fly. Oh yeah, there goes Wild Thing up into the air. It was a wild time, but it didn't end well for Wild Thing. 35 Chevy boots the Solaire off the track safely and is now perched precariously on the edge. Let's see if Eye Candy is gonna do anything about that. Yep, there goes the Chevy. Ooh, man, just clips him, sends him upside down. Eye Candy's on top of another car. Frankenstein clobbers Eye Candy, but he manages to make a recovery over off the right of the track. That was a pretty deft maneuver on his part. Piranha Terror knocks Frankenstein head over heels upside down on top of the Pink Caddy. There's just 3 cars left in this round. Pink 500 just shoots underneath Stinger. That could be bad news for Stinger, depending on what Gargoyle does. Gargoyle pushes under both of them, and they're both in danger right now. Let's see if Silhouette 2 can capitalize on this. Final car in this round. And Silhouette 2 sends Pink 500 over, but Gargoyle and Stinger are both fine. Tough break there for Pink as we look at the carnage. And I don't see a single Sunrunner right side up. This is bad news for the Sunrunners. They are out of this competition, and somehow the Silver Slivers managed to not lose a single car yet again. That's going to give them 5 points and put them in first place in this competition. Graveyard Smash and the Speed Demons, known for their survivability, doing quite well right now with 4 points each. And Bite Marks, Crimson Crashers, and Mr. Maroon are looking good at 3 cars apiece. Next episode, we'll be heading into round 2, but before we do that, I'd like to talk a little bit about each team and what their chances are for this final finals competition. The story of round 1, I think it's the Sunrunners being completely eliminated. Maybe not a team that should have made it into this finals after all. They need to go back to the drawing board. Pink Push. A tragic story in this game, the pink Cadillac proving to be the foil for Creature from the Black Lagoon, but they lost all 4 of their other cars. Graveyard Smash is going to have a pretty easy time avoiding this car now, and it will be a bigger threat than ever. Crimson Crashers lost a couple of vehicles, same as they did in the first round, and they still did well. But this time they have to go all the way. Emerald Undercurrent lost 3 vehicles. They've been in this position before and survived, but it kind of depends on whether they can get Lamelt in a good position to cause some damage in the next couple rounds. Dead and Gone was a wild card coming into this, and losing those 3 cars is going to be rough. But they're not out of it yet. Bite Marks lost 2, but they're a feisty team with good survivability. I think they're going to do well. Mr. Maroon only lost 2 cars, 3 left. Pretty good showing for Mr. Maroon. The Speed Demons only lost Fangster, and while they don't have a lot of offensive capability, they are just going to be a tough team to get off the track. Graveyard Smash lost 1, but it is going to be hard for anyone to get rid of Creature from the Black Lagoon. And if anyone can do it, it would be the Silver Slivers. They didn't lose a single car, but they've got a lot of work to do if they want to take out some of these tough to eliminate vehicles that are in this finals match. I can't wait to see what happens in round 2. We'll see you next time on Junkyard Joust, right here on the Junkyard Joust channel. Thanks for watching, and become a patron if you'd like to sponsor a car. Good night. There's 27 cars left in this final match of the season. How many of them are going to be going home tonight? Welcome to the Junkyard Joust, everybody. I'm Aaron Yonda. We started out with 50, and we lost 23 in round 1. The story of that match was the Sunrunners were completely eliminated. A lot of cars lost on a lot of teams, except for the Silver Slivers, who lost no one. 9 teams are still alive in this match, though. We go until there's only 1 team left. Let's take a look at the running order. Silver Slivers are up first because they have the most cars. The rest of it is all randomized. You know how it works. Let's get this started. Here goes Tomb up for the Silver Slivers, as is their tradition. They always send him down first. Gargoyle for the Speed Demons. He slots into place nice and safe behind Tomb up. The Mummy for Graveyard Smash. The Mummy smacks Gargoyle off the track and takes his position. Should be interesting to see if Solaire can get under the low back of Mummy, and he can't quite do it, but he pushes Mummy up and over the top of Tomb up. That is a dangerous position. You do not want to be in that position if you are the Mummy. The Chevy smacks Solaire under the Mummy, and somehow the Mummy just flops right over safely. That is unbelievable. And after that impressive recovery, we basically have nobody in danger right now. The Piranha leaps, tries to climb on the back of the Chevy, can't get up, so he just sits behind him on the track. Maybe Eye Candy can give him a little help. Eye Candy does indeed give him a little help. Pushes Piranha over, upside down. Could be our first elimination. Good hit from Eye Candy there. Phantom Corsair's up for Dead and Gone, our wildcard team. They're still in this match. Phantom Corsair pops Eye Candy straight up into the air, and he bounces and bounces and cannot get back upright. Bad luck for Eye Candy. Here comes the pink Cadillac. Pink Cadillac just does a little pushing, and now we got a nice line of cars going. Silver Bullet could be trouble. Silver Bullet hits the back of the pink Cadillac, but that car is not moving. Causes the cars up front to buckle a little bit, but nothing else going on there. White Rat, pretty light car, just kind of pushes them all forward a little bit. And here comes Creature from the Black Lagoon. Graveyard Smash realizing that now is their chance to cause some trouble. The slope back of this car, an ever-present threat to all the competitors. Everybody's always thinking about it. Crimson Crashers are going to take a chance with the Ferrari. The Ferrari somehow, I don't even know how that's possible. I didn't think that the front of that car was low enough to get under Creature from the Black Lagoon. I don't even understand how that's possible. It's just not low enough. That is the strangest thing. I did not expect that. It forced Creature up in the air, and he went under it, and now you've got Fantastique pushing him farther under Creature. This is bad news for Creature. Oh my goodness! Look at that recovery by Fantastique. That was amazing. And here comes LaMelt, ready to cause trouble. LaMelt! Oh no! Creature from the Black Lagoon is flipped upside down like a turtle. Velociracer lands lightly on his feet, and Creature rolls. Can't quite do it. It's like the shell of a turtle, but he can't get upright. I have never seen the bottom of that car. Never expected to either. That was devastating. Absolutely devastating shot by LaMelt. Something no one expected to happen. Dr. Vamp pushes LaMelt under the Ferrari. The Ferrari totally responsible for this action. Truly astounding. Dr. Vamp gets nailed by the Stinger, thrown up in the air, upside down. No recovery from that. I'm still just stunned by what happened to the Creature. Yellow Double Demon tries to climb on top of LaMelt, but LaMelt's not having it. The Wolfman, boom! He knocks Yellow Double Demon upside down. That is a tough car to eliminate. I think Graveyard Smash is probably a little provoked right now about the elimination of Creature. They can't be happy about that. Fiero sends the Stinger off the track on top of Creature, but Creature's not coming back from that. Whoa! Oh no! The Diora smacks the Fiero off the track right side up, but loses control and ends up upside down. That's a car that survived all the way to the end in its original match. That could end up being a huge loss for Mr. Maroon. The Croc Rod punches the back of the Wolfman but can't do anything. It's like punching a suit of armor. The Chancellor grabs onto the back of Croc Rod and just pushes him right off the track. That was a good recovery on Croc Rod's part. Diora now completely upside down. That's just not a good sign. Green Double Demon plunks Chancellor just enough to get him on the side of the track where he might be vulnerable. Bride of Frankenstein can't quite get Chancellor off the track, not causing a whole lot of damage there, and it's already our final car of this round, Silhouette 2. Ooh, the Chancellor is upside down, and that's going to be the first elimination for the Silver Slivers. Finally, they've lost a car. Let's go to the scoreboard. The Silver Slivers, of course, gaining 8 points for their 4 remaining cars, putting them at 13, 3 points ahead of Graveyard Smash and the Speed Demons. Bite Marks, Crimson Crashers, and Mr. Maroon are close behind. Points not a huge issue in this particular match because we're going until there's only one team left. But if there is any sort of stalemate, then these points could be helpful. Let's take a look at who was eliminated in that round. The Sunrunners, of course, all still eliminated in a pretty shameful finals performance. The Pink Caddy is still in this match for Pink Push. If anyone can go all the way, it's that Pink Cadillac. Dead and Gone lost Dr. Vamp. They've just got one car left. It could be a tough climb for them. Emerald Undercurrent lost Eye Candy. Just LaMelt left on their team. That car is a devastating vehicle. It could go all the way. Speed Demons lost the Yellow Double Demon. They still got 3. That's going to be a big boon to them going into round 3. Crimson Crashers lost the Ferrari, who had to take one for the team to get Creature from the Black Lagoon out of the match. It's a tough loss for the Crashers, but I bet all the other teams are congratulating Ferrari right now for what he's done. Mr. Maroon lost Diora. A well-balanced car, that's going to be a big loss for them, but they've still got 2 left, and they're not out of it. Bite Marks lost the Piranha, but they've still got 2 well-balanced and agile cars left. Graveyard Smash lost the big one, but the 3 cars they have left are all strong in their own way. I think Graveyard Smash, despite losing their ace in the hole, are still in great position to win this final. And then, of course, there's the Silver Slivers who lost their first car. They've still got 4 left, and they are hard to eliminate. Silver Slivers are doing great. Well, as you can see, you can never predict what's going to happen in Junkyard Joust. Next Sunday, you can look forward to rounds 3 and 4. Don't forget to subscribe and become a patron if you'd like to support the show or sponsor a vehicle. Thanks for watching. We started with 50, we are down to 18 cars. Welcome to the Junkyard Joust, everybody. I'm Aaron Yonda, and the battle for supreme dominance in the junkyard is reaching a pitched frenzy as we head into round 3. Speaking of 3, there are 3 teams with 1 car left, 3 teams with 2 cars left, 2 teams with 3 cars left, and 1 team with 4 cars left. That team being the Silver Slivers, who are currently leading in the finals. Creature from the Black Lagoon was eliminated for Graveyard Smash, a bit of a surprise in the last match. Let's see what happens in this match. Tomb Up, as is the Silver Slivers tradition, is going to start us off. Then we're going to have the Mummy for Graveyard Smash. The Mummy slaps Tomb Up and settles comfortably into position on the track. Green Double Demon for the Speed Demons. This is a car with not a lot of offensive capability, just like the other 2 cars in front of it, but there are some cars that do have offensive capability, like the Solaire, and the Solaire just proved it. Takes out Green Double Demon, sends him flying across the track sideways, and Green Double Demon does not recover. There's still a chance that somebody will get knocked over there and knock Green Double Demon back upright. A very easy car to knock back up, but we'll see what happens. 53 Chevy pushes the Solaire up to the Mummy. The Solaire cannot get under the Mummy, and that could be a factor. Oh, the Solaire now is under the Mummy because of the Croc Rod. That was a good hit from the Croc Rod. Pink Cadillac for Pink Push. Pink Cadillac smacks Croc Rod off of the track, and the Mummy manages to slide and stay upright. Lamelt. Not surprisingly, Lamelt can't quite get under the back of that Pink Caddy. Solaire's in deep trouble right now, perched up on top. Let's see if the Phantom Corsair can cause some problems. He pushes Solaire off the track just a little bit. It looks like Solaire's probably safe in that position. Silver Bullet. This is a heavy car. This could be interesting. Silver Bullet, I think Silver Bullet went off the back. Oh yeah, Silver Bullet hit the back of Phantom Corsair, popped up, went over Lamelt, and is tipping and leaning rather dangerously right now. This could be bad. Here comes the Wolfman. The back end of Wolfman pops up, but there's nothing happening there. You won't find a much more solid line of cars than those 4. And Cargoyle just nudges the Wolfman and can't do anything. Fiero's gonna give it a go. Fiero, oh man, that was close. The Wolfman almost forced off of the track. Not a vehicle I think we've ever seen get forced off the track except by his own teammates. So I don't think the Wolfman's going anywhere anytime soon. Velociracer smacks into the back of Fantastique and unfortunately takes them both out. The usually agile Velociracer cannot recover from that, and Fantastique was just forced upside down into what is probably an unrecoverable position. Fiero goes flying! Oh man, look at that thing go up! Come down on top of Wolfman. Looks like he's gonna be okay, but then he loses it right there at the end and doesn't quite have the momentum to get back over again. That's it for Fiero, I think. Bride of Frankenstein. Oh man, not even the Stinger can get under the Wolfman, and that solid line of cars just won't move for Bride of Frankenstein. And now Bride of Frankenstein is in an iffy position. It was iffy, but somehow she managed to recover from that. That was incredible. A lucky recovery for Bride of Frankenstein. Silhouette 2 is on tap. Silhouette 2 pops the White Rat off the track, and the White Rat slides upside down, can't get over. That might be it. In fact, that is it, because that was the final car of round 3. We've got some definite devastation, some close calls here. This was an exciting round. Let's take a look at the scoreboards. The Silver Slivers and Graveyard Smash are going to get out of this one unscathed yet again. But what is really amazing here is that we still have 9 teams in this match going into round 4. It's a testament to the skill and ability of all these teams that made it into the finals that so many of them are still in this match. Except for the Sunrunners, of course, who got eliminated. And as usual, the Silver Slivers with 4 remaining will start us off. Emerald Undercurrent will round out the running order. Here comes Tomb Up, as per usual. The order that the Slivers has been sending their cars down has really been working well for them, so it makes a lot of sense that they kind of keep doing it the same way since it's working out. Graveyard Smash decides to change it up a little bit, and they send down the Wolfman first this time. And here comes the Solaire. Crimson Crashers didn't have a lot of choice. They only have this one car left. And I think we're seeing why they sent the Wolfman down, because they knew Solaire was coming down, and they didn't want to take any chances. Croc Rod gets stuck up on the side of the track. Here comes Gargoyle. Gargoyle's a noisy car, but doesn't really have much power and just kind of doesn't do a whole lot when he goes down the track. But that actually makes it a little bit safer for him when he goes down the track. However, this is not a safe situation to be in. That could be really bad. Here comes the pink Cadillac to see if they can cause these cars to get off the track. No! Well, I should say yes, but they're not upside down. They totally recovered, and nobody right now has been eliminated. 53 Chevy just manages to push Croc Rod a little farther off the track, but everybody's fine. Uh-oh, here comes Lamelt. Lamelt goes a little bit underneath. If anything's gonna happen in this round, it's gonna be because of Lamelt. Let's take a look. Ooh, there goes the 53 Chevy. Pops up in the air because of Lamelt, lands on Gargoyle, and flops upside down. Cannot get back on his wheels. Lamelt, with the help of Stinger from the Silver Slivers, might just have eliminated Mr. Maroon from this match. The Mummy's up now. The Mummy! Oh, this is not looking promising for the pink Cadillac. Let's see if Silhouette 2 can cause that Cadillac to get off the track. It does, but not in a bad way. Oh, Lamelt's actually up in the air underneath Stinger right now. Here comes the Bride. Bride of Frankenstein causes a lot of things to happen, or I guess a lot of things to almost happen, because nobody got eliminated on that one. Silver Bullet just pushes Bride of Frankenstein up in the air. That's a heavy car. And that was the last car for this round. It looks to me like only the 53 Chevy was eliminated. And it gives the Slivers and Smash a bunch more points. That pushes Mr. Maroon out of this competition. And that's pretty much it, so let's get right on to the next round. Silver Slivers starting us off again with Tomb Up. Graveyard Smash decides to send the Mummy down this time. And the Mummy does what the Mummy usually does in this particular position. The pink Cadillac is up next in our running order. A huge hit there from the Cadillac. Back of the car just goes flying up. But the only thing that happens is Evil Weevil gets tossed around a little bit. Croc Rod pushes Evil Weevil off the track. But Evil Weevil's not in this competition, so that doesn't make any difference. Phantom Corsair, let's see if Phantom can do anything here. Oh no! Croc Rod just got rocked upside down, and that could be it for bite marks if they don't recover from that. Croc Rod was a light car and just couldn't take the heat and got pushed off the track. Solaire? Whoa! What just happened? Well, Gargoyle went for a little ride and somehow managed to recover. But look at what happened to Phantom Corsair here. Phantom Corsair slid directly upside down on top of the pink caddy and is just hanging out there. That's just crazy. I don't even understand how it could stay there like that. Lamelt pushes under Solaire, and Corsair continues that balancing act. Silver Bullet just piles on top of Solaire, pushing them both sideways, and Phantom Corsair slides off still upside down. This does not look good for anyone right now. And don't forget, this is all courtesy of your friendly neighborhood Lamelt. The Wolfman. Wolfman does a couple key things right here. Manages to get Lamelt underneath the pink Cadillac, but at the same time causes the recovery of Silver Bullet. Probably not the result Graveyard Smash was hoping, but Pink Caddy is definitely in danger. Stinger pushes Lamelt all the way under the Pink Caddy. The Pink Caddy is threatened, and the Pink Caddy is turned over. And I don't think there's any way that car is coming back upright again. It looks like Pink Push is out of this match. Our final car of this round is Silhouette 2. Silhouette 2 shakes Bride of Frankenstein up a little, but doesn't do anything else. So now it's down to 4 teams. The Silver Slivers with a healthy points lead. And our wildcard team, dead and gone, are really dead and gone. Out of this match, Phantom Corsair gave it a good run, but fell victim to Solaire from the Crimson Crashers, who then took a silver bullet from the Silver Slivers. Bite Marks lost their only guy in the race, the Croc Rod. They gave it their all, but ultimately the Bite Marks have faded. Pink Push, our champions from the very first Junkyard Joust, gave it their all and survived for an amazingly long time with just that one car. But now finally, they have been pushed out of this competition. The Speed Demons are still in it with an unlikely hero in Cargoyle. And of course, Emerald Undercurrent is still in it with the Melt, a car that is just really difficult to deal with. It causes a lot of damage, it doesn't want to get off the track. Graveyard Smash and Silver Slivers are going to have to figure out a way to deal with the Melt. Graveyard Smash not even bothered by the elimination of Creature from the Black Lagoon. They made it through all 3 rounds today and didn't lose a single vehicle. Speaking of losing a single vehicle, the Silver Slivers did not do that either. They still have 4 left heading into round 6. Who will become the Junkyard Joust World Champions? We're gonna find out next time on Junkyard Joust. One of these 4 teams is gonna take home this beautiful trophy. Thanks to Ron PREISACH for sending that to me. And thanks to everybody who's been sending me cars. I post pictures of them all the time over on my Patreon. It's a great way for you to support the show, see all kinds of new cars that are coming in, or even sponsor a vehicle. We'll see you next time for the final match of the finals. Thank you for watching.